On this episode of Still Loading, Too Many Games 2019. Hello everyone, and welcome to this new episode of Still Loading. I'm your host Josh, and for this week's episode is not only a bonus episode, you're going to get another one in just a couple days, and it's also a crossover episode with the geeks from the Know Geeks Allowed podcast. That's KNOW, Know Geeks Allowed. So yeah, this is just a bonus episode that we're releasing on Friday because I wanted to talk about too many games, and I wanted to do with my buds who were there, Brian and James from Know Geeks Allowed. This is just a little bit of an intro before the main episode goes full way. You'll hear it in a little bit. Real quick, before we get started, I just wanted to say the live episode recording will be out this Sunday. So you'll be actually hearing it Sunday night / Monday morning whenever you download the episode. And yeah, I think that's pretty much all the housekeeping I had to take care of at the top of the show. So without further ado, here is the episode, the crossover episode with the geeks from Know Geeks Allowed on Too Many Games 2019.
Freebird.
No one knew that. Yeah,
That's it. That's all you're gonna sing of it. Those three notes.
Yep.
I knew it was like, I'm as free as a bird.
Now.
Something I can't change.
Yeah.
And then when it starts to build up, it's like,
He can't change it. He's a bird.
Yeah, I mean, is that how it goes?
Something like that's how the beat drives it, like before the guitar solo comes in or whatever.
Isn't it like an 8-minute song?
It's a long ass song.
I only remember most of it because it was in Devil's Rejects.
If you really think about it, that's a big
song.
fuck you to whatever band is performing, because every asshole is always like, play Freebird.
That's
a
that.
9-minute song.
Is that what you want? I'm
It's
playing
like,
it.
I'll play an 8-minute song. I'll play an 8 and 9
That's
minute
4
song.
songs you ain't listening to now, pal.
We're cutting out all our top hits because of this.
I'll be honest with you. I can't really complain because my favorite band has songs that are just all over 10 minutes. The
long.
last song they play is 18 minutes long.
What band is this?
It's Between the Buried and Me.
Okay,
Yeah.
I've heard of them.
Progressive metal it's a weird genre.
I always liked because ABR kind of started doing that a little bit with some of their newer stuff too.
It's not as good. They should
I like their old
they should
stuff
stick to
more.
their own stuff.
Stick to their own stuff.
Stick it. Stick it. But yeah,
This is No Geeks Allowed podcast. I'm James.
I'm Josh.
I watched both of you. I watched you guys collaborate, and I'm like, fuck them. It's a turn.
Yep.
I just watched you're both
I played
like you
both
faced
sides.
him. You're like, if I don't look at James, he won't talk and interrupt
can't.
us. And you guys started talking. I'm like, motherfuckers are gonna. No, I'm tangenting myself. No, fuck this. No Geeks Allowed podcast. I'm James.
I was trying to rip out the cord so he
I'm
couldn't
Josh.
talk. No, wait,
Beat
I'm
you to it, bitch.
I'm Josh. I already said I'm
God damn
Josh.
it.
Did you hear me? I was like, I'm Josh.
Josh from Still Loading's here.
Thank you.
That was a weird one. What's up?
Sup, bitches.
Yeah.
That's what I meant to say.
Or I just do like, what are you doing?
But who's Brian then?
I am Brian. No,
He's
you're
fired.
Brian.
We fired him. He's
What?
fired.
Then who's the other person talking?
I don't know.
It's a ghost.
It's a ghost.
I'd listen to a podcast with
He's
a
a
ghost on it.
ghost. There's
It's an EMF. Just get a recorder. Just leave it in a spooky mansion.
It's Michael Jackson just talking.
That's the Michael Jackson. It doesn't do anything else, just goes
I would listen to that podcast. I'm not gonna lie. If he was just a ghost just doing hee all the time.
And in the middle of the podcast, it breaks for an ad for like Casper mattress. Just like, wait a minute.
Whoa. Let's not shit on Casper.
Yeah, I have one.
I have one also.
Fucking great.
The
Do
same
you guys actually
Yeah, I have a
get
We
Casper.
actually have one. Yeah.
Did you use it like one of the podcast promo codes for it as well?
No.
I don't.
My
think
wife bought it.
so.
I was telling her about it, and she bought it. I was like, damn it.
Don't
Could've gotten
remember.
a discount on it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got a good deal. We got a good deal on it, but
It was on sale.
Are they actually as comfortable as they advertise?
kind of.
Well, I'd enjoy mine personally, but I know James has some mixed feelings about his.
I like it. I liked it at first, like a lot.
I mean,
It's very
I
comfortable.
wouldn't say anything too bad. I mean, you never know. You might get them as a sponsor at some point.
I
mean,
love them.
I love Casper.
I love the ghosts.
Sponsor my awesome podcast called The Rift.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love it. I have a king size and it's fucking great. I just wish I would have tried out other ones because they have different like hardnesses.
Oh, okay. I get what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You would make that joke without.
I didn't
even
make a
saying
joke. I just laughed.
Oh, okay.
But
Get your mind out of the gutter, Josh.
I mean, it's quality. Like, I mean, I've had it for I don't know 3-4 years now. And it's the same. The best part is opening it though. When that fucking thing blows out of the box. Like,
it was awful.
fantastic.
I hated it.
What? So he liked it and you hated it.
Well, yeah, there's actually a subtle story here of why I hated it because of James. Because like when he got his, was it like a month before I got mine?
Yeah.
Or like maybe like 2 months or something like that. And I was like, I am asking you about it. I'm like, the inflating thing. I'm like, that's pretty neat. And I'm like, did it take long? You're like, oh yeah, you have to like leave it like overnight and let it inflate. I'm like, all right. So that makes sense, And so when I get
you
mine,
were just bullshitting it, weren't you?
Oh yeah. So when I get mine, like I set up, I got the bed frame and all, like I'm like ready to go, and I'm like, and it's just me by myself because I'm like, this will be easy. It's a queen size mattress, this will be fine. I cut it open and it explodes, and I'm pinned against the wall, and like it's a foam mattress, so there's like you can move it, and there's like no give.
And it fucking goes.
And I'm just like stuck again. I'm like, this thing is, I'm like, it's wedged against the bed frame and the wall. And I'm like, I can't move it. And I can't get around. And I'm just like in the corner. I'm like in the corner just pushing with all my weight trying to get out of the goddamn corner.
You'd be like, where's the friendly ghost to help me?
Yeah.
Bro.
Push the mattress.
I'm going to write a review about this.
Fucking explodes like an IED.
Oh, yeah. It takes like 3 or 4 seconds and that thing is good.
Yep.
And it's like, because like you can hear it. Like there's a moment too. It's like soon as you comes really wrapped up, you start cutting away the layers, and it starts like expanding. You're like, that's pretty quick. Sure, like that should have been a red flag instantly in my head. But like, there's like that last one where you hit the last little straggler when you're just really go, and then you have about like 2 seconds to really be like, okay, I need to get out of the way right now. Or it's just like it's like
just knocks you through the window.
It's like a fucking raft when you pull like the emergency
Christmas
cord.
Vacation where he brings the
tree.
tree in.
Yeah.
He opens it up, just bursts out the windows.
That's exactly what I thought of when I opened it.
That is basically what happened to me. So I have nothing bad to say about Casper. Fuck you, James. But
Yeah, that's my bad. That's my bad. I got nothing to say. In my head, I was like, I forgot like I was fucking with you. And then I get a text me like, you son of a bitch. I was like, what are you talking about, dude? I was like, oh yeah, my bad. I forgot to tell you that fucking thing just like blows up. You're good to go.
And then, like it was hot as fuck too. And like I'm sweating after I got out of that thing because I'm like putting my feet against the wall trying to like push it because it's just wedged. Oh my god.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, fuck you.
It's my bad.
So that's my Casper mattress story. By the way, great mattress. Though.
Fucking
it was
great
really
mattress.
comfortable.
Quality. It fucking
really enjoyed it. You like it more softer mattress.
I do.
Yeah.
A little bit softer. Yeah.
It is. It's a little firm.
I'm a medium firm guy. Like it can't be too soft because then I feel like I'm like folding in on myself.
Yeah.
But if it's too like firm, then it's just like you're
like Goldilocks.
comfortable.
I actually don't know what you're talking about, but
You know what you're talking about?
You ever sat in like a too soft bed and you just get swallowed by it?
but yeah, that's too soft. I'm like, what's too firm?
Well, it's when like
You ever sleep
like,
on the floor?
Literally,
Yeah.
it's not quite that bad. But if the mattress is too firm, I literally like I get sore like on my hips because I always sleep on my side. Like if I was sleeping on my back or stomach, it wouldn't be too bad. But I always sleep on my side, so like when a mattress is too firm, it actually like it doesn't necessarily like hurt, but it makes it really uncomfortable. Like it causes like this continuous like
You get constipation from that. You know that?
Can you really?
Yeah.
from sleeping on your side.
From sleeping on too firm of a.
Oh,
Huh.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're telling me the truth right now.
That's how cancer was created.
What? Sleeping on your side?
Yeah, too firm magic. Get constipated. Like sleep
I
on
don't
the
know
floor.
if I
and
want to
shit.
Google that and have that in my search history.
It's
How do you
it's
get
called blue waffle
constipation?
syndrome.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Oh man, that'll be an interesting
Yeah,
episode.
worth a shot. It's a numbers game. Just throw them
yeah.
out. See
Shotgun
what,
method.
see what
Spread it
sticks.
around. Someone will do it.
But so we were into before we get into what we did done do. You like that?
Huh?
Did do.
Did who? What?
Never mind. I'll cut that out later.
Okay,
Sounds like
yeah.
an asshole.
Yeah.
Actually, I might not.
It's
I'm
called
too lazy.
English.
So Josh, what have you been up to? Anything been you've been playing? Anything that's been what's been on? What do you do? Like you what do you play? Like what's Josh not making episodes content like?
I
What do
just
you?
would. What do you
do?
It's
What do you
a
even
fucking
do?
question you just asked another
What
human
is your
being.
purpose?
What is your purpose? I've been playing Super Mario RPG on the Super Nintendo. Stuck
Awesome.
on the final boss. And
Love it.
I'm mad about it.
Smithy.
I'm stuck on him. Excited for Mario Maker 2 coming out this Friday. That
Yeah.
should be really
That looks
awesome.
cool. That looks
Yeah,
cool.
I'm looking forward to that.
Did you play the first one a lot?
Yeah,
Like
not
the-
a lot, but I played it.
Like I watched some of them people make them impossible levels, like 0.001% complete, and I watched someone complete. Because there's always a YouTube person who's done it. Fucking beast. Like the strategy.
I've been like, because it's weird. What I get into on YouTube, it's like always like I go like real far into it, and it's like bizarrely specific. So like
Midget porn. Like more specific.
Come on,
like
that's not
black
on
midget
YouTube,
porn.
that's somewhere else.
Oh.
I mean, what?
Black midget amputee.
Ooh.
No, there's a YouTuber or Twitch streamer named Grand Pooh Bear. He's a speedrunner, Mario speedrunner, and he like posts videos all the time of like some of his Twitch streams. And the shit that he does is like crazy. Like some of the moves that he pulls off in that game, he's able to like analyze these levels he's never played before and figure them out relatively quickly, despite how difficult they are.
That's some good reflexes.
It's crazy.
And there's like a lot of invisible blocks in like the hardest levels.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're funny.
you can like a lot of times he predicts where they're at because they're almost always at the same spots. So like if there's like a gap coming up, it's almost always just directly above it because that'll be your direct jumping path. So what he has to do is jump beforehand, so that way he can jump through the invisible block instead of into it.
Yeah.
So I've been watching a lot of his stuff, playing Super Mario RPG. I actually need to play some more games for upcoming episodes of the podcast. Like I did Uncharted a couple weeks ago. I need to play through the rest of the Uncharted series again. I've already played through them once before, but I need to replay some of them because I plan on doing the rest of them at some point.
Does that bother you having to like? I know you probably enjoy it, but like I know you have shit you haven't played in your house,
Oh my god, yeah.
and then you're going back and playing
Yeah.
something again. Like, does that like? Because it irks the shit out of me. Like right now, I'm playing old ass games that I bought in 2015, and it bothers me because like Steam summer sale's on right now, and I want to buy more games. And
Is the summer sale going on right now?
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Shout out.
yeah.
damn it, I didn't know that.
Sponsor.
Free shit.
Well, I guess I know what I'm doing when I
Yep.
go home.
Yep.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
Sorry.
Oh no, yeah, it that happens all the time. Like I have
like,
to
how do you
play-
decide? Because your collection's huge.
I have to play Uncharted for some upcoming episodes. Also, I'm planning on doing all the Naughty Dog like library, so I'm going to be doing Crash Bandicoot, Jak and Daxter again. Now, granted, Crash Bandicoot I've never beaten the game all the way through
None of
because
them?
they're tough as shit. Yeah, no, I've never. I mean, I played them a lot when I was a kid and when I didn't own a PlayStation. Now that I have one, it's just hard to find time to play anything other than just whatever I mean, between the podcast and work and everything else, it's just hard to find any time to do anything.
Fact.
Yes. True.
I mean, that's honestly why I do bi-weekly podcasts, because it's too fucking difficult to find content on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
And I lose motivation so fast. Like I don't know how you guys do it. Like coming up with an episode each week. Granted, like
it's a mental illness is really what it is.
well, like I feel like it's a little bit easier at least because you guys can bounce off each other. Like
It's what we would do anyway if he was coming
Yeah.
over.
exactly. So
we
it's
just
like
ramble about bullshit.
Yeah.
but it's what you guys are fucking funny, so it works out.
I don't even know what I say half the time. It's
neither
really,
do I.
really more
I-
troublesome.
So there's a coworker of mine listening back through some of my old episodes, and they'll say like, "Oh yeah, you talked about this." I'm like, "I did?
Yep.
I don't remember saying that at all." Like there's my buddy from Firespin Gaming. He like makes fun of me all the time because he'll say like, I'll be telling him something. He's like, "You already said that on the podcast." I'm like, "Well, fuck, I didn't say it to you. I didn't know that you listened to that
Yeah.
episode." But he listens to every episode, so I should just really know by this point.
I'm
But-
glad your friends support your podcast.
Our friends hate
You-
listening to us in general,
Yeah.
so they're like, "Fuck that! I'm not listening to them even more."
So, well, the dude from
Because we'll do these conversations and just take over an entire room as we're just talking, and people just be like, "Yeah, it's my baby's shower," and we're just like, "Yeah, but Kevin Spacey was in this movie,"
Yeah.
and it's just like,
Can you say that on mic, please?
Yeah.
You just bring over like a microphone.
and then people just then they get sucked into the conversation, and like they probably had something important to say. And we're like, "Nah, we're talking about Kevin Spacey's balls."
Yeah. It comes up a lot.
Balls specifically. I really want to know what conversations you have.
You
that are
should
this
join our
frequent.
conversations then. It's
All
pretty
right,
entertaining.
fair enough.
James, what would you do to get into
Kevin
Hollywood?
Spacey's balls.
Kevin Spacey's balls.
Just gonna go right for it. Okay, cool.
We're starting off from there. It can only go downhill.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck drug addiction. I'm going right for the balls.
Yeah.
Go for the casting couch.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, you wouldn't just think sell out, you know? No, not that at all.
Nope.
Okay, cool. Well, again, we all know what your price is now. Cool.
I'm glad this is an everyday conversation for you guys as to what you would sell out for to get to Hollywood.
It's basically what would we sell out for anything? What would you do to get this pack of gum? If you didn't have any money, I don't know about this one. It's like spearmint. It's all right.
I keep trying to put his social on the dark web, but he just won't give it to me. I'm just trying to make at least $10.
Yeah, I mean,
at
like
least 10.
I feel like they would probably get you back. You'd be like, this thing sucks. I was way off.
Credit score is awful.
I was way off, better off than the other one.
Wait a minute.
I bought this one from a crackhead. It's better.
I got a receipt. $10.
For a social.
They turned themselves in just so I get caught. I bought it off this guy.
It's tax deductible.
Well, I mean, honestly, not a lot of my friends listen to the podcast. Like, my friend Josh from Firespins Gaming, the only reason he even listens to it is because that's how we became friends. Like, he started listening to my podcast. I met him at like a trade show, like a little game, video game swap meet, and he had a booth set up and he was selling some of his extras, some of his doubles, and he was just telling me, and I saw his card. I'm like, oh shit, I follow you on Instagram, and he's like, oh, you're still loading pod. I listened to your podcast, and then we kind of started talking. We went game hunting one time. It was weird because I got into a complete stranger's car to go game hunting. I didn't even know him at this time.
Taking risks, man.
I took it. I didn't know who this guy was, but it ended up like he's a good guy. But he does like to bust my balls a lot. It's pretty funny.
Well, that's good. That's awesome. That's like we don't really get many people listen to our podcast that we know in real life. I feel like
it's really pretty much him and a couple, like one friend or two from work. Like my wife doesn't even fucking listen to the podcast.
I ran into past couple art shows. I ran into people who I never met before that like, "Hey, I listen to your show." I was like, "Oh, this is kind of cool."
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that was pretty neat.
Yeah, way to share that with the class.
Well, they recognized me. You weren't there.
Oh, they recognize you. It's an audio-only podcast.
To be fair, he only posts pictures of himself on the
I know.
Know Geeks
I've seen
Allowed
that.
channel.
Dick.
You don't send me shit. Send me shit.
Take pictures of me.
No.
Am I a pretty boy?
No.
That was a weird tweet that I just made.
I was gonna leave that. I was gonna follow it up.
I'd post like pictures of you. Like I cut your face out and put you on shit.
Yeah.
And he puts his face on top of it, so he's just standing next to himself.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. More me.
Oh well, thanks, Josh. You're not allowed on here anymore.
And that's it for Josh, guys.
Yeah.
Oh my
Go
God.
check out Still Loading.
You just impersonated me. Oh my God. No, it's just it does suck trying to find like games that I have not played already that I'm like, well, I want to do this for the podcast. Like eventually I want to do the original Final Fantasy because freaking one of my own, like literally one of the few requests that I've ever gotten was the original Final Fantasy. I just haven't gotten around to
The Game Boy one?
No. Like then oh, you son of a bitch.
That's how he does it.
It took me a second. I'm like, is he being serious? Nah.
It's that straight face where he just kind of looks at you like, I believe it.
It's bad, man. Sometimes like it takes me a little bit to read sarcasm when someone says it with a straight face, like, and their tone is completely serious. If they say something sarcastic with sarcastic tone, I get it right away. But it's whenever they're bullshitting me, it takes me like a split second longer.
I will say that James is really bad with that too because he just commits.
I do. I go all in.
Yeah, he just like literally he'll just look at you straight in the like right in the eyes, just like no look on his face, just like the Game Boy one. And you're just like, wait a minute, and you start to second guess your own like you're like is that the first one somehow? Like no, it can't be right.
Fuck him. He's not right.
But he says it so confidently.
Fuck him. There's no way.
And
Just like a little bit, like your psyche wall crumbles just like a little bit, and I'm like, I'm in.
all of a sudden it's like you're 6 or 7
real estate in your head.
you're 6 or 7 seconds into dead silence, just not saying anything because you're thinking. Yep, I've been there.
Gotta cut this portion of the podcast because it's just silence of Brian trying to be like.
It's funny when I say these things to people. Like I always picture Osmosis Jones, like the movie. Like I'm 100% convinced that's how everybody's body is. I know that's not probably right.
That was a great movie.
I liked it.
I did enjoy it.
I just like it because they gave me that visual thing. Now I think that's how my body works. But like when I do shit to other people, I just picture their mayor like, give me somebody on the phone. Check this shit. Check. Fuck him. Not right. There's no fucking way he's right.
Sir, he's
you
not
could be
right.
in your room with all your collection and looking at the card, and I'm just like, the Game Boy one, right? And you're just like, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Yeah, it's that second guessing. It's where it gets you.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, I fully understand. But first Final Fantasy, it's an interesting one because that's a flawed game.
I'm very nervous to try it out only because since it was on the NES, they couldn't really have a lot because it was on the NES. They couldn't really there wasn't a lot of real estate for text, so all of their spells are abbreviated to just 3 letters.
Awful.
So like fire is like FRE, like water would be like WTR, and then you get to like strange ones where it's like how do you like they're like certain like air and like fire might be
There's ARI.
a re. They just fuck it up so bad.
That'd be great.
But like no, there's like certain spells like Thundaga. Like what would be thunder? Like can you tell the difference between thunder, Thundaga, or thunder, Thundara, and Thundaga? Like the 3 different levels of thunder. Like
It's like a quiz.
Well, I don't know, but like how would you would they just do like T1, 2, and 3? Like,
Fuck, he just returned it back to me. I felt stupid real quick. I'm like,
got you.
I was like, got you, bitch. Fuck you, headshot.
But like in my head, I think it'd be like T1, T2, and T3. But
T1000.
But like since it's not Thunder 1, 2, and 3, do they just like do THD, TH, or TDA?
Yeah, I want to know in that meeting like how they just like who was like we're doing it this way.
Well, it's even crazy. Like I don't know too much about this, but like on like Japanese versions of like NES games, it was really difficult to like write text because you only have so many pixels like to make kanji and shit like that, and they're like bizarrely kanji's complicated. It's not like the letter A or B or C. It's not like Western letter like English letters. It's full on symbols, and so
Moon runes.
Moon runes.
Moon runes.
Just like moon rocks.
Now, everything can cast a spell if you read it right. You just can't read it right.
That's a weird philosophy to live by.
So I'm just
It's
convinced.
like you ever see the meme about like summoning a dad?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
The New Balance one?
I don't know if it's the Newgrounds one. Have you ever seen that before?
I have not, but I feel like I've already done it.
It was hold on, I actually
put them shorts on.
Oh, look at these! I mean, these shorts are riding up high. It's great.
It was like how to summon a dad. Make a circle out of power tools. Screwdrivers and wrenches will do in a pinch. Place a pair of socks inside sandals in the middle of the summoning circle. Chant "Hi, hungry, I'm dad" over and over. Touch the thermostat.
Touch the thermostat.
I love that.
I'll be honest with you. I don't have power tools. I'm not about that life.
You're not a dad yet.
Nope.
It's clearly.
No,
Yeah.
it's just
The minute you become a father is the minute you start getting power tools for Christmas and your birthday.
the minute I become a father, I'm jumping out the window, running away.
No, like on the Japanese like Famicom cards, like it was really difficult for them to write kanji in like their letters because they're so much more complex. So like the designers would literally have to find ways of designing the kanji to make it legible on the screen, or just use different words because they couldn't use the words they wanted to because it was just like the system itself just could not fit. The pixels just wouldn't work. It's really interesting.
That's just a testament to them to be like, we're still making this game.
It's the same thing with like fucking old chiptune music. They only had like 3 sound channels. I know I've said that like a million times before in like other episodes, but they only have so many channels to work with, so they have to be creative with the soundtrack. So
True.
It's a similar concept.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah. I never looked at it like that. Yeah, to me it just seemed like text would be a lot harder, but
I think text would. I mean,
reading's hard.
There's
not really for normal people.
Whatever.
But no, I'm fascinated by that shit. I love like learning about useless things like that.
Actually, I just heard was it the Secret of Mana series that was actually those games which were
Careful.
Originally
Careful.
the sequels were the Japanese games.
Not opposed to punching you right now.
The he's getting closer.
He's inching.
But now it's in my head.
I know you're gonna say something stupid about
It's
it.
not
You're
even
fucking
so
piss me off.
stupid. Yeah, you don't know that. It could be in a full
Fucking say dumb shit. I know you're gonna fucking lead into it and be like, and it was the worst game ever made.
So apparently, like the translation from Japanese to English was too much for them to actually make a separate cartridge for the Western market. It's one of the reasons why the game couldn't be brought over. It's like it would
ran sequel to Secret of Mana.
Yeah, I think they have multiple sequels.
Well, the third one's coming now.
There's 3 total games. They're in Japanese. They're called Seiken Densetsu. I think I pronounced that incorrectly.
I like it.
But the first one was released, I want to say, on Game Boy as like Final Fantasy Legend or maybe it was Final Fantasy Mystic Quest on the Super Nintendo. But they're like the first one did come to the U.S., but it was under the Final Fantasy name. I just can't remember for the life of me, and probably a bunch of angry nerds are going to be upset that I don't remember it. But
Just make up a name. What do you want to call it?
Final Fantasy. I don't know.
10.
Alpha Turbo.
Alpha Turbo. Final
Everything
Fantasy.
was Alpha Turbo on the
Just go
SNES.
to like
That could actually be true.
monikers.
You never know. It might be actually true.
Alpha Turbo GX.
And Seiken Densetsu 2 was Secret of Mana on the SNES, and then 3 just never got released. But
What's
I didn't
coming?
know because on the collection now.
And I can't wait to buy a Switch now because they're just like, we'll get them.
I will also say, from what I heard, and this is actually not great for you.
Go ahead, say something stupid.
It's actually not like that's not actually good news. It's you remember that Secret Amount of remake they did, which they like redid like everything in the game.
They didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, they tried.
Yeah,
I heard it was not very well done.
Yeah.
they're doing the same thing for the other games.
Why?
I don't know. Why you asking me? I don't know. I have an answer for you.
What did they do wrong on the Secret Amount of like re-release?
They didn't take into account the fact that they just tried to make it 3D, but still used the same like 2D mechanics. So like, there's parts when you're fighting bosses where you just clip and you can't really. The hitbox doesn't work.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, I didn't play the game. I watched people run through it because I was like, if I'm gonna spend the money on it, and it's got like the worst ratings
It's like
on like
$40 too, wasn't it? It's
Yeah.
a ridiculous amount of money.
$40, and I was like,
well, like it's better than like a brand new title. It's like 60-40 is like generally used for their experimental things.
I mean, I'm just annoyed
Usually.
now watching like Resident Evil get the remake, and then now Final Fantasy 7 getting the remake, and I look over at Secret of Mana, like my favorite game, and I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah, they
You
really,
give me this?
Yeah,
I just fanboyed and got mad.
but apparently they're doing the same thing with the other.
That's fucking dumb.
See, I don't even got to talk shit. I just got to tell the truth.
I know, that's even worse
I
because
know,
it's
isn't
just
that
like
great?
I got no barrier. I don't got protection because I'm like,
I will say I did get like trolled too because of that Final Fantasy 6 remake, where they redid all the artwork and the music. So like
Six?
the 6
They did a 6 remake?
the 3 or it's
Well,
the
back then.
3DS one. They re-released the Final Fantasy 6. They did all the new artwork. It's like cell shaded in,
Oh,
and
really?
they redid all the music, even though the soundtrack is amazing in the original. Yeah,
It's not good on the remake. Of
it's
it?
it's
It's
just
different.
it's just like why? It's like you literally have something that's so great and like well received that there's no reason to change it. Just like re-release the game. That's all it
Yeah.
is. Just re-release the game.
I'm always impressed in Final 6 /3 in the US with that the opera house scene.
Yeah,
where, like,
that is pretty
because
fun.
they did their best to mimic opera on the Super Nintendo when they
Pretty
couldn't.
good.
It's
not
not
bad.
awful. It's
Yeah.
not awful considering they.
it's like
had
Castlevania
nothing.
did a pretty good job too for most of their levels.
In Castlevania 4 or whatever.
Whatever
or,
the SNES one was.
that
There's
was
like
there's
13
like
of those
2
games.
in the. Well, there's Super Castlevania, which is Castlevania 4, and then there's Castlevania Dracula X.
I don't think it was that one. I don't think I've ever even heard of
What about
it.
Castlevania Alpha Mega?
That's fucking
Alpha Turbo.
expensive. If you ever find a copy of Dracula X for the Super Nintendo, that's like a $200 card. It's
Oh,
so
really?
fucking expensive.
I didn't even heard of it. I always
It was originally for like the twin. It was like the PC Engine or like the TurboGrafx in the US, but it was only released in Japan for the TurboGrafx. I'm 90% sure at least. And then it was released in the US, but on the Super Nintendo. But because the Super Nintendo isn't as powerful as the TurboGrafx, they had to cut a lot of shit out.
Huh.
You could actually buy the version of it on the Wii Shop before the Wii Shop closed down. Like you could buy the original TurboGrafx version on the Wii Shop before it
in
closed down.
Japanese.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I think they did translate it, but it's the Japanese version that they just translated.
Oh, okay.
It's not like the Super Nintendo American version.
Oh, okay.
They
Okay.
just
But
localized it.
I actually did buy it before the Wii Shop closed
Oh, no
down
shit.
like a year ago or two. But there was when the Wii Shop was announced to get closed down, there were so many different lists out. Like here are like great games on the Wii Shop that's going either very expensive to get like the physical copy of, or you're just not going to find on any other digital consoles because for some reason I didn't know this when I was like researching all this, but like the Wii Virtual Console, the Wii U Virtual Console, and the 3DS Virtual Console all have different games.
That's annoying.
Like, don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
they have a lot of the main ones, like all the Mario Brothers
Yeah.
are all released. All like the big titles are on there. But like,
Should just be
like
one.
a game that was released on the Wii Virtual Console might not be on the Wii U Virtual Console and vice versa.
Yeah.
It was really strange.
I can't wait to pirate this game later.
And a lot of them are like, it was smarter to get it on the Wii because the Wii outputs in its native resolution. On the Wii U, if you get like a Nintendo game, they have to upscale it through the emulator, which ends up being kind of like wonky looking.
Yeah.
But if you play it through the original Wii, you get the original proper like 240p resolution on it because the Wii could actually output. In
That's
240.
fucking cool. I didn't know
Actually,
that.
I
It's
heard
really
hear a lot of
weird to
things
think
about
that like technology's gotten so far advanced that like the older technology that it should be like it just can't do anymore. It doesn't have the capability to do shittier stuff.
Yeah, it is
so
kind of
strange.
bizarre.
I guess it makes sense. That's how progress.
I mean, it's not as bizarre as you think. You're not going to put a Corvette engine in a Model T.
I would.
Just
Fuck you, Henry Ford.
I do what I want.
Hey, James, nice point there.
You got me. Got nothing.
I was actually the other day. I was really thinking about trying to. We talk about games getting re-released and stuff like that. Like Nintendo really does not do a lot of that for not even just their first-party games. A lot of games that were just put out on their system
because they do good games the
exclusives.
first time. They don't need to.
I'm just saying, even just putting them out on different consoles. To
Oh,
play
right.
I mean, they kind of do that with the the Switch Virtual Console. Well, it's not a virtual console, but the Switch Online service is pretty interesting because you can actually play Mario Brothers multiplayer online with friends.
Yeah,
what you would have done. It's the exact.
Do you still
same
need
game.
a friend code?
I don't know about. I think so, but it's the exact same game though. So you know how you would play 2-player on Mario Brothers 3, where you would each take turn beating levels in the system.
So Brian, if you had friends and you had someone who would come over, 2 people could play Mario. That's what he's talking about.
No way. You guys are bullshitting, right?
I like how he
not
didn't even
possible.
acknowledge the fact that he didn't have any friends. He just kind of rolled through. He's like, "Yeah, you're right.
He's just holding back tears. He's like,
Yeah.
It's true."
Josh, I'm dead inside anyways. So it doesn't matter.
Oh my god!
But I was trying to I wanted to play the sequels to Rogue Squadron. The GameCube ones, because the second one's considered I think the best game out of the series. Even the first one's great,
fact.
but they're both GameCube games. Yeah, try finding those games. Not easy. I think you literally have to buy just a GameCube with it and
I see
play
them. I see them in a decent amount of time at game stores though.
Yeah, but I'm
retro
talking
game stores.
if I wanted to have a Switch or only a virtual console, anything like that, you're not going to find that game.
Well, a lot of the times it's also because they have to deal with freaking licensing and shit
True.
like that. One of the reasons, for example, when the Super Nintendo Classic came out, Earthbound was on it. Even though I'm pretty sure Earthbound is an in-house, kind of an in-house game because it was developed by HAL Labs, I think. I'm worried I'm wrong with that. But in any case, one of the reasons they were worried that it might it took so long to actually get re-released is because there's a lot of moments in that game that they basically just sampled Beatles songs and shit like that. So they were worried they were going to get they sampled Beatles songs. You would actually hear melodies from Beatles songs, and they were probably worried they were going to get sued because they didn't.
We're the monkeys.
I thought you meant
make all the music nerds angry.
I meant the fluttering of Beatles the whole time.
It's probably Nickelback.
You know what? Nickelback better than Beatles.
Yeah.
Some people say Imagine Dragons is the new Nickelback.
You know what? Why you guys say dumb shit?
I don't think that.
See, isn't it fun? It's infectious.
This is hurtful.
I didn't even expect him to have that reaction. Do you like Imagine Dragons?
Fuck no, they're fucking terrible.
I'll be honest with you. If you said that to me, I just look at you and be like, okay. In an honest answer, I'm like, that's neat.
I'm not a music shaming person. I just don't really get it. I just don't get it.
Music shaming or get Imagine Dragons?
He doesn't get music.
I
Or
don't
get Nickelback. Nickel Dragons.
Nickel Dragons.
Nickel Dragons.
Imagine
Ooh.
Back.
That sounds like a sex thing.
Imagine Back. That'd be a pretty good spin-off band.
I like that. Imagine Back.
Imagine Back. That's actually not bad. Someone's yo, let's start it up.
Copyright.
We're getting a band
us.
together.
Imagine Back.
Imagine Back.
It's
Imagine
not a
Back to
bad
what?
name,
It's like
actually.
Mongolian goth gospel. Imagine Back.
And you get that weird throat singing
It's like
something like that.
I feel like you have to be in a really gothic castle to sing that.
Yeah, gothic, not like spooky, just architecturally. You just sing about architecture. Gothic architecture.
Every architect's favorite band in
Yeah.
the world. You see a bunch of people with protractors coming to concerts holding it up.
This is sweet. T square, T square, T square.
I would go to that concert. No joke.
They're
I
not
would wanna
throwing
see
up the
this.
horns; they're just throwing up T squares.
Yeah. I would people
the
watch
mosh
the
pits
shit.
are super violent because
yeah.
everyone's beating each other
This
with
sounds
T squares.
great, Josh.
This actually sounds like a great idea.
Might have to rock a Google on this one to figure out if this exists.
Architecture specific metal.
Apparently, architecture's super violent in the pit. Just super violent.
They
Architecture.
throw them these protractor kicks. They're
Yeah.
just they angle it out real well. All right, here we go. Jump kick.
If I run at this angle, the wall of death will be mine.
Yeah.
I will conquer.
They all calculate the same thing, just all headbutt each other, and just everybody
Either
dies.
that or it's not violent at all. They just build human pyramids the whole time.
That'd be kind of cool.
I'd be down with that too.
They just these these giant like human shaped like houses or like
Da Vinci's Bridge. They all
They
just
just
link.
make a house out of like human bodies all like layered on top of each other.
This one has French doors.
It turns into like an HGTV. People try to sell it to other people.
Yeah.
Would you like to buy all these people?
Get some tulips in the garden.
Oh my god. I want to see this so bad now.
Well, Josh, you know what? We're apparently we're going to an architect concert. You know?
Architecture metal.
Yeah, architecture
Architect metal.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever the
one with the mosh pit with
There's a million
architects.
other metal genres. Why not this?
Just add one more.
Then
One
Then we
more
roll it
won't
out
break.
into other professions. I mean, you don't want carpenter metal though, because there's a lot of knives everywhere, a lot of blades.
That probably already exists. Carpenter metal.
They all wear like just like
Or they're just all like self-hating because they all like work with wood, but it's carpenter metal.
Oh,
there you go.
Look at that dad joke.
I know.
see, he's already a dad and he doesn't know it.
It's the shorts.
Wearing those
got-
Birkenstock sandals.
He's got
Maybe
jean
not.
shorts on right now. That
Oh,
he
but it's
cut.
not jean shorts.
He cut
you
his
stupid
jeans to make
asshole.
shorts.
Those jorts.
Shorts.
We've got a jorts convention here.
He's like, I could just buy new jeans in the fall, but I'll cut these into shorts. They
I
got like the
swear to God,
strands.
if I-
just-
You like buy a pair of jeans, you cut off the bottoms to make them into jorts. You take the bottoms and you sew them to your underwear to get a second pair of jorts
Oh,
for the
shit.
price of one.
If I ever own a pair of jean shorts in my life,
You're
if I
wearing
ever
a pair
bu-
right now.
If I ever buy one,
You didn't buy
that
them?
is the day that you will find me hanging in the bathroom.
You're gonna let other people have to find that? You're gonna kill yourself, and people have to walk in to see you wearing fucking jorts. That's fucked up.
I'll be in the
That's fucked
bathroom
up.
though. I'll do it over the toilet.
You're still wearing jorts. They have to see that. They're gonna be like, "Oh, that motherfucker's wearing jean shorts. He made them." They're not even like hemmed. Like you just cut them with like
shittily sewn.
you use those like those craft scissors that
They're
cut like
still frayed.
zigzags.
It's like so. It's the scissors actually have zigzags on
Yeah.
the blades, right?
You know, one pan leg's
It's-
way
you didn't
longer
cut
than
it
the
in a
other.
zigzag. The scissors did it for
You eyeballed it. You didn't like you cut the one like they're still wearing them. You're like, yeah, fuck it,
The
this is about
crotch is
right.
in the back.
You're completely masochistic. You go through it with a hole punch steadily. Like,
We'll get there.
We're
gonna get there.
time to get to the other side. We're almost there.
You know, I got a good grade in home ec, so you know what? I think my sewing skills top notch.
super random. When I was in home ec, we had to make pillows. I made a Dragon Ball Z pillow.
I think everyone made pillows.
I made a pillow.
I made a pillow. I
I made a jester hat too.
Why?
It was an
Why
option.
not?
Oh, there was an option for a jester hat?
Yeah, it was the one with like the frill and the ball at the end and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made one of them.
The Merlin hats.
No,
Yeah.
it's like a jester hat. It's
Well,
got like
he's a-
multiple.
He's a jester.
He's a
It's
wizard.
a joke anyway.
He's a contributing member to history.
Ah,
He's real.
He's literally nothing.
She's real like King Arthur's totally real tales.
Totally real.
I'm still convinced on that. I'm not. You know, I'm not. I don't want to bring that back up. I don't want to bring it back up. But it's still legit. I've not heard enough evidence contrary that King Arthur didn't exist.
I googled it on the
I-
episode. It was created by a guy, and I looked it up on the episode. It wasn't real.
No.
There's
I think that's
technically been
bullshit.
theories that like there might have been a king at one point named
Josh.
Arthur, but not like
Bruh.
but not like the stories that you read with like a fucking wizard.
Yeah,
and Arthur,
I think
but
that's
like
a little exaggerated. He was probably just a really good guy with finance and helped him run the town.
There was a guy named King Arthur. Doesn't mean it was like fucking Excalibur. He pulled this shit out of the fucking ocean.
He
wherever.
could just call his blade Excalibur. He didn't have to he literally was like, I pulled it out of a rock.
Most
Never-
people couldn't read back then. Ain't nobody calling shit Excalibur.
You know what? Merlin did. He was apparently really good at reading. That's
No.
why he was a wizard.
No, we're not
He
talking
could
about. No,
read.
we're not talking about this shit. I'm done. It's not fucking real. It's not fucking real.
The evidence is in there. The
No.
evidence is in there to
It's
disprove
not,
it.
but I fucking googled it. It's not real.
Google's not real.
Oh, fuck you. I'm done with you. I'm done. Let's talk about Josh.
Josh, bring it back to Merlin.
No. Get him. We got him on the ropes.
He's sweating.
I'm sweating.
It's fucking hot in here.
It is
It is
really
hot.
hot in here.
Let's talk
What's wrong?
about so we all did a thing over the weekend.
Why do you make this so weird?
Just leaves it at that.
Yeah, why is- you gotta be
Dramatic
like that.
pause.
Keep going.
Three grown men
In a hot room.
went to a
sweating.
convention. There was people dressed like wolves at this convention.
Furries.
There were
They're
furries.
actually furries.
Yeah.
We were at this convention. Some might say it was a furry convention.
No.
No,
The furry would.
There's like 2 people.
it's enough.
I feel like the furry might
If
be
you
the
put
furry
one
with it.
scoop of Nesquik in your milk, it's chocolate milk. You don't even got to stir it. It's,
Yeah, don't give him that opening.
As soon
Don't
as
let
you
him
fucking
in
put
there.
it in there, it's chocolate milk.
They're not this. It's not an.
See, Josh, now you're learning. Don't leave that door slightly cracked where he can put his foot in there. And he's like, "Yep, I'm in the room now." You're good.
It's true. So my parents had to put a lock in there. Like, y'all having sex? You make me a brother? No.
Your dad fixed your pipe game.
That's it. Boo.
It's amazing I was even born.
You're not my dad.
You say that as you're walking out the door, like, I could do better.
Rookie.
What?
Shut the door, bitch.
His parents just split up because of it.
But we went to Too Many Games convention again.
Your mom's like, you're right. You could do better.
You know, I always wanted to say it, but I never really had the guts.
Roll
Thank
Tide.
God, son.
Anyway, yeah, we went to Too Many Games.
Which is probably one of my favorite conventions to go to at this
It
point.
is really fun. I do enjoy that convention a lot.
This is our second year in a row. How many
Yep.
years have you been going, Josh?
Like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Has it?
Oh my God.
I know that's Nickelback. Got you, TJ.
And you said it was
Got
my
you.
dad jokes over here. Come on.
Come on. That's not a dad
That's
joke.
pass the
Like-
gene sorts
that's
over
like
to you.
that's like an uncle joke.
I don't think that makes it better. That's a
Scoot.
worse thing.
Uncles are cooler.
Whoa.
Oh.
Oh, I don't, not, what
They're
kind
the
of uncles
ones-
did you
they're the-
have?
They're the ones that like
Film you when you're in the bathtub.
What about Uncle Touchy?
Uncle Scoot.
Uncle Scoot. This dude got Scoot going around just scooting.
Fuck Uncle Scoot.
No, I've been going to the con for like 6 years though, or so, like 5 or 6 years.
Has it progressively getting better? Like what?
Overall, so like this year was actually not as good as last year in my opinion, but that's because I bought so they have different like ticket options. You can buy single day or like all weekend passes and whatnot. They also have these things called a mini boss package and a final boss package. The mini boss gets you 3 days to the con as well as a t-shirt and some like bonus raffle tickets, more than they give you at the door or whatever. The final boss package, which is what I've gotten for the last like 4 years or so, it's fucking expensive, but it like they give you a lot of stuff with it. So it's like $100 some odd. But for that $100 some odd, you get a 3-day pass. You get a t-shirt. You get a bag, kind of like a satchel bag type of thing. You get
It's a purse.
a merce, yeah.
No, I said what I said.
No, I heard you.
Just kidding.
But and then there's usually stuff like extra goodies in the bag. Like this year, there's like a cool pin that had like a Too Many Games pin. They also this year had like one of those cell phone brick chargers.
Oh,
like
nice.
those nice
Yeah,
ones.
those things are good. I actually
And
do
it
enjoy
has
those.
like the Too Many Games logo on it. They also had like a $5 Uno coupon for Uno Pizza, not Uno the cards.
I was like, yo, I get a card game in this?
What the hell is Uno Pizza?
It's like Chicago style pizza.
Like a chain?
There's actually one kind of close to the convention center. It's not my favorite either.
I hate Chicago style pizza.
They put sauce, cheese, crust, or sauce, cheese, dough. That's the order of it. They put sauce on the top. It's really strange.
I don't. Is it like deep dish?
Yeah.
Thick.
Well, you
I
can
like
get
that.
like I've had. I shouldn't say that all of it's like that. When I went to Chicago with some friends, that's how they served it. It was really strange.
I don't like it.
I'm just passing over that thick comment though.
I didn't say that.
I heard you. But no, so
I
then
stand by what I say.
So you get all that stuff, and then on top of that, you get admitted to an after party only for the final boss package, like ticket holders, as well as you get to mingle with all the guests, like all the YouTubers and all the like any people who hosted panels, all the vendors, and for the most part, every year has been pretty fucking great with that. With the exception this year was like the con itself was pretty good, but like considering you pay all that money with the assumption that you're going to go to the after party. You go to the after party and none of the YouTubers or guests are there. It's kind of like, what did you pay the money for at that point?
Yeah.
True.
Now, granted, you still get a lot of extra shit on top of that, but for me, I might just downgrade now to the mini boss package because I still get a t-shirt. I don't get the bag anymore, but
You already have the
I
bag.
already have like 5 of those things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
I like the t-shirt design this year, the Animal Crossing one.
the t-shirt design this year was Animal Crossing. The final boss t-shirt design was actually a Game Genie design. Like
Oh, cool.
Like the electric
There you
things
go.
coming out of it. 2 years ago at the final, like this is why I was saying how like it's like this year wasn't as good as it was still good. Like I'm still going to go back and I love the con. 2 years ago at the final boss party, they usually have like a exclusive music performance and then a DJ plays until like 3 a.m. or something like it's crazy late. the music performances the last 2 years were excellent, and this year it kind of missed the mark for me. It was kind of more like a punk rock feel, which is fine. That, you know, maybe it's just not my cup of tea, but that's all they had. Like, it was just that band. They didn't have a DJ for you afterwards to like dance to or anything.
Because
like
DJ
that.
Cutman did last year. It was the year before. One of them, I think he did, right?
So last year it was a DJ named, oh my gosh, A Rival. That was the DJ's name, and he did the year before. So 2 years ago, it was A Rival's, at least the first time that I saw him do because I've only done it for like the Final Boss thing for like about 4 years now. But A Rival did the thing about 2 years ago, and it was just batshit crazy because what happened, like, it was Mega Ran performing, which was awesome. I love Mega Ran's music.
Fantastic.
And he's amazing live, so it was even
You've
better.
seen him live.
Have I?
Yeah, we saw him with MC Chris, Adam Warlock, MC Lars. We saw all of them.
Wow, you remember that?
Yeah, it was a great concert.
10 years ago.
Yep.
Damn.
Mega Ran's awesome.
I barely remember seeing him.
He's really good.
Very talented.
So he performed, which was excellent. That's like, I love his music, so it was perfect for me. And then A Rival went on, and I like you know, like chiptune, like EDM dance, as long as it's not the trance EDM shit that gets on my nerves because then it's just the same beat over and over again. I like it when they mix in with like some what is it?
PCP.
What?
No.
PCP.
No, ecstasy.
Oh, that's what. See, I'm fucking
No,
old.
you know what? No, we're both wrong. It's Molly. That's the new thing.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
What? Who's the fucking though?
Molly.
No.
Yeah, we figured it out.
It's like that. It's like a newer style of like
Dubstep?
Dubstep, yeah. They mix in. It's not just dubstep, but they mix in that for like breakdowns and shit. It's really good. At least I like it a lot.
Side note: what the hell is the difference between dubstep and like EDM?
You don't want to ask that.
I mean,
I'm asking. I need to know now.
I don't
don't
know
know.
like definitively, but like EDM is more just, you know, just think of just regular techno music, and dubstep.
Like Daft Punk.
Daft
that a
Punk
guy?
is like house. It's the same thing, whatever. But like dubstep is kind of like what if techno went metal type of thing. Like that's the best way I can describe it.
Fair enough.
That sounds.
I mean, it's not exactly the same,
kind of cool description.
but like they have a lot more like breakdownish style music than anything. I'll play something after we're done recording.
Skrillex invented
Skrillex
it.
is dubstep
Is that
technically.
a chick?
He invented it.
No.
Oh.
But no. So A Rival was performing excellent music. It was a lot of fun. It was like 11 o'clock at night, and all of a sudden we see this like woman show up in like a really nice dress, like super fancy.
You see The Matrix?
No, yeah,
Was
right.
the chick in the red dress? Don't fall for
But
that shit.
it was a
She had the white rabbit on her shoulder.
yes, no.
Ooh.
But so they come in. She comes in, and there's a dude dressed up in a full tux. We're like, what are these guys doing here? And they're like, they're hanging out and they're dancing. Then they leave, and then 2 minutes later, a full wedding party comes in and crashes the after party, and just the place just erupts. Like everyone's fucking wasted. Oh, I wasn't.
Pretty great.
It was like the wedding party was already pretty drunk when they got there. It was clear they had just finished their reception because it was like 11 o'clock at night. There's no way the reception was like just starting. So
Plus
I think
the vampires.
I think they were coming back to the hotel from the reception. They heard the music. They're like, "What's this?" and just barged in. And
They had the recon group come in. They were like, "Yeah, take a peek."
Yo,
what-
send the nerds
that's pretty
in.
much what it seemed like. And I still remember the one bridesmaid. I heard her yelling. She's like, "What is this?" And we're like, "It's a video game convention." And her face was like, "A video game convention?"
Nerd!
Like, yeah, we nerds know how to fucking party.
He's like, "I'm Rihanna."
So like that was like the peak. It's never gotten better than that for me. Last year was still really
Pretty
good.
awesome party.
I still enjoyed it. The year, but this year it was kind of beat. Good news is, I mean, the fun part is I did get to meet some of the vendors there and like hang out with them.
There you go.
I met the dude who does shadow box, like video game shadow boxes.
They're fucking awesome.
They're
Yeah,
really cool looking.
really cool.
I bought one from him this year, like a Chrono Trigger one.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
the campfire
really
one.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic.
For those who follow me on Instagram, Still Owning Pod on Instagram.
Shameless plug.
I'm on the show. Fuck
I
you.
know. I just want to call it out.
I'm gonna cut that out.
You can see a picture of it.
Bleep it out.
Beep.
Cut it.
Actually,
Bleep
fuck,
it.
I'm gonna bleep it out.
You son of a bitch. When I met him, I also met the dude who runs Video Game Monthly. Video Game Monthly. It's pretty much like a subscription box where you get like retro games. You pay like $30 a month, and you get retro games in it.
Those are just
Like
fun
one.
gifts. Like those,
Yeah.
like,
It's
I think
just a
that's
really
a good
cool
gift
idea.
to give somebody.
So I don't know if I'm thinking about signing up for it, but it's a really cool.
Yeah,
it's
let me know
a
what you
really
get,
cool
man.
service.
You got to do his unboxing videos, like doing like YouTube and shit.
Mhm.
Take your pants off and stuff.
Yeah, unboxing.
I get it. Oh
Yeah.
my god, took me
There
a
you
minute.
go.
Bam.
I'm a little slow
Alley-oop.
on the intake.
Alley oop.
Just dunked it like LeBron.
That's the golfer.
Yep.
You got. Why you gotta say dumb shit?
Well, don't you fucking give me my shit.
But
That's
no,
what it
so
feels
like,
like. Just came
I
out my
got the
IQ.
final boss package. It got all that stuff, and the after party picked up a lot after that. After I got to talking with them, but the band itself was kind of meh, and like, none of the YouTubers were there and whatnot. But the vendors who were there were pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So
There you go. It's always fun to hang out. People actually make these crafts and all that stuff like that. Actually, they do the work. They put in the hard work. They have the dedication
and they
for
have
it.
to deal with all the assholes at the convention.
Yeah, like me.
Testament. It's a testament.
I remember I was at a booth and I heard some guy trying to get trade something into to one of the vendors, whatever, and he was so aggro about it. Like the dude says, he's like, I'll trade you this for this, and the guy's like, no, it's not worth anywhere near that. He's like, come on, man, and he got really loud at him, like just 0 to 100 on this poor vendor, and the vendor held his own because he's probably used to this.
He's like,
but,
all right, dude.
I feel like
crazy.
you have to be like at a certain point. You got to put your foot down. Everyone's trying to get a deal. That's like when you're like, oh, that's not the right value for that. You just dig your heels and you're like, no.
So if you guys don't know what we're talking about, Too Many Games Con is basically like this big retro gaming con. It's not even like retro gaming at this point. It's
just
like
all
every
gaming.
gaming.
Yeah.
Because
right?
they have tabletop games, they have card games. There's a shitload of Magic the Gathering stuff there too.
Pokemon card. I mean, literally any video game to game medium. Not like PAX Unplugged where it's exclusively board games. This one's like, I'd say 75% video games.
Yeah.
And then a lot of novelty stuff, like a lot of cool plushies, and if you collect everything to collect. The other 25%, collectible shit between X, Y, and Z. But a lot of vendors selling various shit in a good way, not just shit, but like
You find a lot of interesting stuff there.
it's not like flea market crap. You're not like bottom of the barrel. Every cartridge is a sports game.
Just
Like
digging your
there's
hole with this, just flea market, it's shit. It's still all good.
we saw the Clay Fighter in a box for $100K. Like to me, I'm never gonna buy that. It's cool to see someone like
that N64 game.
yeah.
Do you know why that's so expensive?
Tell me. I know
did not
why
know.
because you told me.
I had to pass it on the line with me because we were with a group of people, so I didn't actually.
I love going
say
to
it.
things with Josh because Josh, I'm like Josh, explain this. to me.
So the Clay Fighter, Clay Fighter Sculptor's Cut for the N64. I think there's more to that title, but whatever. It's the only Clay Fighter game for the N64. It was only released to Blockbusters. So literally, it was never released to any retail markets. So what does Blockbuster do when they get a game? They just take the card out and put it on their shelf. They don't really do anything with the box.
Yeah, they have their own boxes they have to put shit in.
exactly.
Yeah.
So to find a Clay Fighter game complete in box is fucking super rare because Blockbuster never kept any of that.
It was like something in inventory that was never put out on the floor.
Mhm.
Interesting. Why did they even design a box then for it?
Companies are stupid. I don't know.
Maybe
I wish I
it's
could
just-
tell you.
They already were making, probably the manufacturer made all the boxes for somebody, and it was probably like, we'll just send it to them. It's instead of like a new printing press. They have to send it somehow.
I'm assuming like the box is like a slightly different version than the actual retail version of the game.
Well, it was never
Oh, that's
released.
right.
There's
There's
no-
no, yeah.
yeah.
That's
I
why
just
it's
didn't
that's
think
why
about
it's
that.
so rare.
I've played the emulator version of this game.
It's fine.
It's not the worst. I liked the Clay Fighter games as a kid. Like I played them, like Clay Fighter 3 3/4, some weird fucking title. They had weird names, but it's back when every game was a fighting game back then.
Yeah.
Everybody had their hands in the mix. But
I
this
never
game's
played it.
$100,000 new in box, like fresh in the box, and it's just cool. Like you don't see that at a flea market. You know what I mean? Like if you see that at a flea market, you're like, that ain't real.
You could, but then you'd be like, I'm quickly going to buy this for whatever the small price they're asking for it.
You like scout the security out. Like, can I steal this?
If I take it and run, is it worth 100K?
Okay, yeah. So there is another Clay Fighter on the N64. It's like Clay Fighter 63 and 1/3.
That's what I was thinking.
That's
of.
not the rare one. That's
Yeah.
like $25 for the cart.
It's
But, like,
63
Clay-
and 1/3.
Yeah, it's
They
not,
thought they were clever. It was-
Oh, that's
Who
not
knows?
fun.
oh, because it's Nintendo
64.
64. That's fucking stupid.
Yeah. So I was like,
Clay, and then Clay Fighter Sculptor's Cut for the N64 was the Blockbuster exclusive, which is worth like someone's selling one of these on eBay right now, like CIB for like $2,200.
Yeah.
It's
It's a
insane.
collector's wet dream. Is that like that's the most sought after on the N64, isn't it?
I wouldn't know. I mean, I would have to. My friend over at More Retro Games on Instagram, Mike, he would know.
That's getting bleeped too.
He's the kid that has the full N64 collection.
Yeah.
Like, complete 300 some odd games.
That's
or whatever.
crazy.
It's crazy.
The only like the rare game that I really know of was Panzer Dragoon.
For the Sega Saturn.
Yeah.
I got a Sega Saturn this weekend.
I
And I
saw
was
that.
trying to see like how much Panzer Dragoon was. Nowhere near my price range.
It's really
a lot
expensive.
of fucking money. You
Yeah.
have to get lucky finding that shit.
Yeah. That's a great game though. I've emulated that game as well,
Yeah.
and it's
It was just one of those games that was really a shame that didn't get released. But
It happens. But no, what did you guys do? I mean, we met up and we walked around for a little bit together. But what did you guys all see?
I got free Monster.
There was a lot of that.
we got a lot of free Monster.
Too much.
One was too much.
I had two.
I'll be honest with you. It was just it was a mistake. After the first one. The second one, I was like, okay, so let's paint a picture. Let's just paint it with our words. I'm gonna leave
So
it at
let's
that.
talk.
Yeah.
The theater of the mind.
We're gonna theater their mind.
All right.
I'm gonna go to a very undescriptive way of saying this too. Basically, those monsters suck. They're terrible. Everyone drinks that as an asshole. Screw you, monster. Never sponsor us. I'm not taking your money.
There was some guy when I was drinking one.
I'll take your
yesterday
money.
There was some
I'm a
guy when I
sellout.
was drinking and drinking a Monster on the last day. Who walked by me, just said, "That's going to give you cancer."
Yeah, I
As
got
passed
told
by.
that.
It was super random.
I was like, and I thought to myself, I'm like, what doesn't?
True.
Everything gives.
I'll be honest with you, after drinking it, I'm on that guy's side. It was I haven't had a Monster in a long time. Actually, that's not even true. I just completely lied.
Yeah, you
right
sat
there.
on my lap earlier.
Ooh.
Mm.
Oof.
Mm.
Oof. Just go back
Basically
and
what we
forth.
said. Just keep going.
Yep.
This is what it sounded
We're
like.
recreating Theater of the Mind. But
That must
now-
be fun to hear in your speakers.
But I do drink the Monster like coffee drinks.
I don't.
Oh
drink,
yeah, I do like the mean
Those
bean.
those are really good.
So why'd you burn that bridge?
Yeah, I'm kind of fucking myself over right now.
Preemptively just burnt that bridge.
He
I like them
actually
too.
loves you, Monster.
Yeah,
Don't
Monster.
sponsor him.
Like the Irish
And-
one's really good.
Please come back.
Baby, come back.
But their energy drink just is the worst thing
Not a
I've
big
ever
fan.
had.
I blew that shit out my ass.
It's just it just made me feel awful. I felt like I went into there. I was tired. I was like, all right, I'll take free Monster energy kick. I'm tired. Want to feel good.
Give me some juice.
So I take that. I drink it. I mean, like I didn't like chug it. We were drinking, just walk around, and I'm like progressively feeling
Shotgunned it.
worse and worse the entire time. And I'm just
What
like,
color did you get? The regular green one?
I got the white one, which
Oh,
I don't know
okay.
what color that is.
I still
White.
love when we were walking
don't-
up.
Oh, that was really yeah.
I
That
just
was a
love when
dumb
we were
sentence.
walking up. We our friend Brian, who was there.
Yeah.
We were walking up, and he's like, not this Brian, sorry, different Brian.
Another Brian.
Another Brian. There's too many. You were talking about off mic. You were talking about another Josh. I'm like, who, me?
Nope, another Josh. And then we were also hanging out with a Ryan.
Yeah.
There's a Ryan,
So,
Brian.
Brian, and Ryan.
There's also
And
another
Joe, James, and Josh.
so much alliteration.
There's also another Josh.
There was another Josh.
Yes, there was another Josh from Firespin Gaming.
There's another one too.
There's another Josh.
So so that's the crazy thing. So my friend Josh over at Firespin Gaming, the booth he was at, he was helping out his friends over at Gotham City Games. The guy who runs it, his name is also Josh.
He had a different name.
Yeah. One of y'all's
I'll
fucking
work
up.
on it. But no, so different Brian, but our friend Brian, as we're walking up to it, he picks up the purple Monster drink and he looks at me. He's like, "This better fucking taste like purple." And I'm like, what does that mean?
You know exactly what that
Like
means.
he throws it back. He's like, "This isn't purple."
That tastes like purple.
You know what? I'm on his side. I'm on his side. Because
He's not wrong. I follow that man through the fire.
what flavor is the white one? Do you know?
White.
It's the flavor white.
Yeah.
I actually
Lick your arm.
I actually got one. That was the only Monster I drank that weekend. I got it was the one they handed me was the white bottle one.
You know what it was? It's probably
It was
just
citrusy.
it's the
It was
cancer
fine.
one.
Vanilla.
It wasn't very good.
But
I wouldn't
none of
drink
them
it
were
again.
very good.
2 out of 10 wouldn't drink again.
So I drank that thing, and
Alright.
I know, it's pretty good. I like that.
didn't
I
mean
had
to
the
do that.
shakes after I finished it. Like it was like I felt so sick. I felt like I was getting the flu. It was like sweating. It was just like I'm like
That's just con flu.
no, it went away after a little
It's
bit.
a real thing.
After we left and like we had some food. I honestly thought I just haven't eaten, and I was like, oh, I'm really just I'm malnourished right now. Which I mean, if you ever saw a picture of me,
He ain't never skip a meal. Hey, not once, not every, like, y'all eating?
It's like
It's 3 in the
Smells like you're
morning.
cooking something.
I can relate, man. I got a dad bod. I understand.
But
I'm
so
not
like
a dad though.
so I tricked myself.
Yeah.
I was like, after we come back, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna grab another one because they were still handing them out free, and I'm like, I'm still tired.
If it's free, it's me.
So I grabbed the regular one, the black and green one,
That's the worst one.
and
That's full of sugar.
God,
Yeah.
that was also just a terrible. There's like everything about that was a mistake. It was just terrible. I felt so sick.
There's a lot of sugar.
Oh my God.
That much I know about Monster. Like the purple and the white one are sugar free. And
Yeah, but they replace the sugar with other shit that's equally not as
Listen.
good for you.
listen, you're right.
Yeah.
That's probably what causes cancer.
The worst thing is like I used to drink like Red Bull all the time. That doesn't bother me at all.
I drink Mountain Dew. That's my go-to thing, but that's awful for you as well.
I don't drink Red Bull anymore, really, but still, never had a problem with Red Bull. Drink like one Monster, I just felt like death.
Yeah, I don't like. I don't really eat things with. I'm not a sugar. I'm not like I don't have a sweet
Ooh.
tooth or anything. So like, I had a green Monster maybe a couple months ago at work because it was in a vending machine at work, and I didn't want coffee. I usually drink like coffee in the afternoon. And I was like, I'll just get an energy drink. It's hot out. Want something cold. And I got the green one, and just so much sugar. It like I had maybe like a quarter of it done, and I was done. I was like, this is too much. This is too sweet. Like who could drink this?
Yeah, the people who work at monsters. Literal
I
monsters.
see what you did there. I see what you did
They're
there.
terrible.
It's like Sully and Mike.
Come at me, monsters.
They're the real monsters, ain't? It's just Sully and Mike behind
Just
the scenes.
ruining your teeth one day at a time.
But what'd you like about the con?
Well, we went to a little event, which I really enjoyed. It
Yes, that's my favorite part.
was like cosplay wrestling.
Shit was awesome.
I
That
really
was
wish I could have seen
great.
it. I didn't get to see it.
Oh,
this
you
year.
didn't get to see any of it?
No.
I
didn't
thought
get
you
to
showed
see
up
any
for
of
it. Oh, that's a
No,
shame.
but talk about it though. I would like to. I didn't get to see any of it. So.
Okay, so I came in this very unprepared. Like I didn't know. Like I heard about it. I was like, all right, I'm down. I'm cool. Cosplay wrestling, sure.
I was prepared to laugh.
I thought personally in my mind, I thought it was people that signed up for like
Yes.
cosplayers that signed up to do wrestling, kind of like as an amateur like joke,
Yeah.
like then like goofing around like they suck at it. You're
Yeah,
supposed to laugh
totally.
at them.
I thought the same thing. I thought it was people who'd walk around the con, filled out some waiver form, and then
Yeah.
they're just gonna mess around in some wrestling ring, and it's gonna be like
they had
let's-
like pads on and stuff like
Goofy
that.
shit,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, it's like a legit show. Like it's amateur. I would say like it's like almost professional wrestlers, not like the real deal. Like
They're trained.
like trained wrestlers just wearing cosplay outfits. So it's like they knew their shit.
That shit was
They were.
awesome.
Oh
I don't
my
even like
God.
wrestling. That shit was awesome.
It was so much fun because like they're so into it. Like
So the first fight, we had Liu Kang fighting Ken Masters from Street Fighter, and like Ryu kept like intervening because Ken's his boy, and they acted out so good. Like Liu Kang won. Spoilers.
and Ken looked like our podcast guest Pat.
Yeah, he looked
Yeah.
like our buddy Pat.
Really looked exactly like.
I was like,
really
Pat?
bizarre.
Like
really
Liu
bizarre.
Kang did like the bicycle kick, like he put his arms around the ropes and did that like
Yeah.
like kick, like it was cool shit. Like they played up to like I think Ken did like a fireball, like a Hadouken. Like we pretended to do it.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
The guy took damage. It's goofy, but so is wrestling. So
The best part about it too is like they didn't play up like the nerd angle as much as they could have. They kind
No.
of kept it pretty light.
it's mostly
It's like they would do
wrestling.
like one move.
Yeah.
That would be like that was like the bicycle kick and like the Hadouken. But like those the only times they really did anything besides they're in character. They're dressed as like God.
Robin fought Sub-Zero and Sub-Zero froze Robin.
Yeah.
Robin won. Spoiler alert.
I mean, they're not going to be able to watch it later.
I'm gonna put it up on YouTube.
Okay.
I actually
Did you
recorded
film
almost
a
all.
bunch?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I recorded all of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, I think I stopped every now and again because like we kept talking and shit. So like, but I'll put most of it up. Actually, there's a couple really cool parts.
Oh yeah, it was like a lot of fun. Like it was crazy. And then I mean like I don't know if I'm skipping anything. Get to the main event.
Oh, well, can we talk about the triple threat match, which was probably my second favorite? We had Hagrid,
Oh yeah,
this big dude, big boy, looked like Hagrid, that big. He fought one of the Assassin's Creed guys, and
yeah,
who's
I
the
forget
third
which
guy?
one.
Oh, Ryu.
Oh yeah, it was
It was
Ryu. Yeah, he
Ryu,
was from the original first match.
Assassin's Creed and Hagrid, triple threat match. They're all fighting each other. At one point, Hagrid picked them both up, slammed them both at the same time, and that fucking ring shook.
Oh yeah, it was loud. It
Dude.
was loud.
Size comparison, we're talking like Ryu, 5'5". The Assassin's Creed guy, 5'4". Hagrid, 6'5", 400 pounds.
So
Holy shit.
he looked straight up like Robert Baratheon from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I kept calling him Big Bobby C.
Yeah,
Or Big Bobby B.
yeah. I was like, see,
I don't know, I changed his name.
But yeah, like I mean, like the actual guy looked exactly like him. So you imagine that actor from that show just throwing
Like
around
pile
these.
driving somebody.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it was
fucking awesome.
the crazy thing too is like the smaller guys. They were doing some high risk moves for
Yeah.
people who were like, you know, I would assume that they are trained, but they're not like professionals. Like
Yeah.
they were doing some crazy stuff where I'm like, there's a couple where like people fell. I'm like, that looked like you broke your ankle.
They're
Like,
jumping out in through the crowd. There's no padding. There's
Yeah.
no like shit to land. They're hitting the fucking hard concrete.
Oh yeah, it was like it got like pretty like especially the last match, but we'll get into that in a second. But yeah, like it got like pretty intense. Like it was as far as like wow, they were really putting their bodies on the line. Like we talked about before I think off the podcast about James has a secret obsession now.
I do. It's coming. We'll talk about it in a minute.
Yeah, but like it's just like it was crazy to see how well they were into it. And again, I just like the fact they didn't go too far into the nerd angle. Like they didn't really.
they played up
Otherwise,
their
it
characters.
it comes off as like fan servicey.
Yeah.
It comes off as less genuine, I guess. It's like, don't get me wrong, I love it when there's like fan service stuff or elements and things, but like when it's all fan service, you're just kind of like, I get it.
Yeah.
Like, because then it doesn't feel like you're trying to do anything original. You're just ripping shit off.
Yeah.
It's just like trying to make it your own.
Like Deadpool fought the girl, the dog girl from Animal Crossing. I don't know what its name is. Philip or something. I don't know what the fuck's name is.
Who's
But
Philip?
it was a chick. Fought Deadpool. Fucking
Yeah.
awesome. She was fucking on fire.
Yeah, she was killing
And
it.
she was like, size comparison, Deadpool, big and thick.
Yeah,
She was not, and it was cool. It was just really cool representation of like good acting. Like they
Yeah.
really went into it. It wasn't just like cheesy, like you watch the shit in the backyard, like your buddies throwing picnic tables at each other and shit.
yeah. It was like there were some production behind it. They were real into it, and
They had like dialogue.
yeah, they had
There was a storyline.
Yeah,
There was a fucking storyline.
oh yeah, the guy
Team Rocket is the main villain in this. They're the heels.
Yeah. And the guy was like the Giovanni is like
Yeah.
in the wheelchair, and he has his own mic segment where he comes out and then he'd like be carried into the ring. And he's in a wheelchair and he's just talking shit the whole time, and it's like, damn.
And the heroes are Mario and Luigi, and those are the enemies. It's not like Mario and Luigi versus Bowser and any other
Yeah,
Koopa. They've created their own thing where Team Rocket's like the villains, and they're fighting Mario and Luigi for the
That's
tag
kind of
team
awesome.
championship.
And the Mario Luigi are thugged out too.
Their entrance is like the rap version of like dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. It is fucking awesome when they come out.
Did you film all that too?
Fuck yeah, dude.
We're
Check
gonna
this shit
watch
out.
it afterwards.
Fucking, it's awesome.
Oh, so are we into that main event?
Oh yeah, let's talk
dude,
about it.
It was so that's the best part of the entire thing.
I didn't know it was gonna amp up. Like
Hey,
I didn't know it
turned
was
up.
next level shit.
It turned up on that main event. So it was a tag match. Mario and Luigi against the two Team Rocket guys that I don't remember.
They're
their
just
names.
generic Team Rocket guys. I think. I don't think
Yeah,
they had
yeah.
names.
But it got like pretty. It was supposed to be like a no holds barred type of deal.
Yeah, street fight because they're fucking around the crowd, fucking each other up with shit, chairs.
They're hitting each other with like chairs, little like metal pans and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
It was and then out came the Lego box.
Yeah. So like you ever seen like hardcore wrestling when like they bring out the thumbtacks and like
Yeah.
people get pile drive and like bloody mess on thumbtacks? They pull out this box and you hear him shake it and you're like, oh fuck, is that thumbtacks? He opens up, it's Legos. He pours them on the ground and does moves to him on that because that's like the
Oh,
you know what I mean? Fuck,
Yeah.
Crowd went ape shit. Like there was
that's
like
a great
just
joke.
a subtle switch to like, all right, wrestling is tax. What's the equivalent in this?
Like, what's a geek culture equivalent?
fucking Legos, and everybody was dying. It was fucking, and the dude got slammed on it, and like he had fucking Legos embedded into his arm. Like
Oh my
There's
god!
a lot of them too. There wasn't like
Yeah.
a little bit. It was like a whole big box full of Legos,
yeah,
and it was like covered the entire center of the ring.
it was cool, man. It was
And then they at the very end,
so.
you want to tell it?
Yeah,
Why
I
don't you
love
go?
this part.
Why
I
don't
get
you
hype.
go?
I can fucking hype. Fuck, part get me all amped up
great.
and shit. So like Mario and Luigi, they're getting their ass kicked most of this fight, and like that hero moment when they turn the tides. Because right now, Team Rocket's a tag team champs, and if they win, Mario and Luigi have to quote unquote delete their save file, which
Yeah.
is they have to quit the wrestling gig.
Yeah,
That whole like, if you don't win, you gotta go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if they win, they become the champs. So they're losing. They're getting their ass kicked. They build that like hero moment. Now they like Team Rocket's building a table. They got like this giant fucking like almost like a sliding wooden door, and they stack it on two chairs. They built a table. Someone's getting put through a fucking table. And then Mario and Luigi have that heroic comeback. They're fighting. They're boom, boom, boom. Now like Team Rocket's unconscious. Giovanni tried to intervene. So now it's like 3-on-2. Mario and Luigi fighting. Mario and Luigi fight with like big pipes too. Like green pipes, like from
That's crazy.
Like metal pipes.
yeah, but they're painted green, like they're like
yeah,
those
yeah,
pipes.
yeah, I get what you're saying.
They start beating the shit out of Team Rocket with these pipes, and it is like they're just teeing off on them. And look, and you hear them hit them, like it's like back to back to back. Like they're getting fucking hit.
Yeah.
It could be plastic for all I know. They look metal, but they made a sound.
Hurts, but
You're still getting hit. Like I can hear you. I'm in the back. I'm not even up close. So they beat their ass. They stack all of Team Rocket. The two guys on the table. They pick up fucking Giovanni and they call it the 3DS. Like I don't even remember the Dudley Boys had this move called the 3D.
Mm-hmm.
One person picked up the other person, held him up high. The other guy runs up, grabs him by the head, and just slams him through a table. Well, they called it the 3DS because it's Mario. So another subtle switch to like a wrestling move.
Yeah.
They call it the 3DS, and they fucking put everybody through a table, and then they win. They pin.
They just like pile on and just pin them all at the same time.
And then they cue the music as they want to, and it's just they're getting handed out the belt. The fucking place went ape shit.
It was
the energy was like fucking amazing.
I need to go to a wrestling match sometime.
It was
cool.
It was really cool. Like it was like surprisingly like fun. Like I did not expect that at all. I thought it was literally like I said before.
I apologize
some nerds.
for thinking it was gonna be shit. Like in my head, I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be goofy. I can't wait to laugh."
I thought it was gonna be like a joke. Like we were gonna just laugh about it. Oh, they're doing some dumb shit. Like no, like these people.
These are athletes.
Damn, they really went for it.
It was dope. It was fucking dope.
I need to go watch this.
I can't. Whatever the ever con they're gonna be at, I'll go to that con just to watch them do this.
They probably have a webpage.
They do. I'm already following. I'm on top of all this. Right? I'm so into this.
I love those. At one point, you even had the crowd doing the "holy shit" chant.
Yeah.
Like something. I forgot what specific thing happened.
You started the holy shit chant?
No, I didn't start. But it was when I think it was when he got put through the table. Or
was it?
Maybe right around that era, or it might have been when that dude got slammed on the Legos. The whole crowd's going, "Holy shit!" Like this little kid's here. This is a everybody convention.
Which I believe that's like that was a ECW thing back in the which started out in Philadelphia. Hardcore wrestling was like it was like a signature chant from them. It was like when something crazy happened, but like that was
like generations of kids, like from kids are like 9 to 10. This girl dressed like fucking Cutman from Mega Man, maybe 9, 10 years old chanting "holy shit."
Yeah,
to like old ass dudes chanting. I was like, it was very fucking cool.
It was a very interesting crowd to just everyone coming together and like James mentioned, it was like just so many different type of people there that it was just like. Yeah, just to see
there's people root for Team Rocket, and like Team Rocket would hear them, cheer for them, and they turn back and acknowledge that like they got like everybody's rooting for Mario and Luigi.
Yeah.
But there was like I was rooting for Team Rocket. They're fucking big. They're big, like big dudes. They look like wrestlers.
Giovanni through like he was just so entertaining.
He called everybody nerds. He's like, "Oh, is this the Virgin Convention?" Like he literally like sold it as being a bad. Like you hated him. He's like, "Is it too many virgins?" I think that's what he called it. It was so good. Like they made you hate them, but like they were just. I liked watching them because they were it was different. Like Team Rocket. But yeah, there's like people cheering for Team Rocket, and like there was like crowd interaction. It was so fucking cool, man.
Yeah, it was great. You really messed out, man. Like it was
really because I didn't see anything great this year. I saw the band Psycho Stick, which was actually pretty fun.
They're really good.
They were really good, and that was honestly about it. I caught a couple other like bits and pieces of other concerts. None of the panels really excited me this year. Like. That's what I was saying, how like this year wasn't quite my favorite, because in previous years they would have panels about like, music and their role in video games and like talk almost like game theory and philosophy and
like
shit
that
like
stuff.
that. Yeah. Or like there was another one where it was like how to build your audience online and that kind of thing. And that was a couple of years ago, and it was done by the guys who actually run the con. Because like I didn't know this, but the con is run by Screenwave Media. Screenwave Media is the same company that the Angry Video Game Nerd helped found, that he uses. So like the con is pretty much run by the Angry Video Game Nerd's company.
Yeah.
Which is why he's always there. And his like kind of right hand dude, Mike Matei, who's like one of his business partners.
He does the couch thing, right? Is that guy?
He does like there's James and Mike Mondays where he's on there, but he was the one that did that panel just talking about how to gain traction on YouTube and social media. Now, granted, that was a couple of years ago when YouTube's
boobs.
algorithm wasn't fucked. Like what?
They gotta have boobs.
Yeah.
You want followers? You gotta have boobs. Doesn't matter where they are. You can have them on your.
Doesn't matter. What? You got them with your feet.
Doesn't fucking matter. You just gotta have them somewhere.
That's what I'm going for.
There you go. But no, like they had a lot of really interesting panels, and then in the last couple of years, it's been like slowly dwindling down where they're not doing as many interesting stuff. Like there was one I wanted to go this year and just never got around to it. It was like a Metroid versus like a Samus versus Ridley, a Metroid Historia, just going through like the history of Metroid.
That'd be pretty cool.
I didn't get around to going to, but I really wanted to go see it.
Yeah.
In the last 2 years, there was that YouTuber Game Dave that I interviewed that he did panels last year and the year before that. He didn't do one this year. I'm assuming because he actually just had a kid like in January, so he's probably just fucking exhausted all the time.
I'd probably do it.
I don't know how anyone manages to have continue working on
you don't have an au pair?
content creating. What?
You don't have an au pair?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Because I can afford that.
You don't got some little French girl taking care of your shit? Come on, dude. Step it up.
That or the maids. Just have the maids do it.
That's one au pair.
Oh, yeah.
No, they're not the actual maids.
They clean shit up.
Like what? Like the stuff they do. They're supposed to be
I feel bad for au pairs. Like there was a girl I went to college with. Her name was Janina she was from Germany. She was an au pair.
I'm not gonna bleep that out. I want her to know the shame. We feel bad
they're
for
all
you.
from Germany too, which is weird.
Well, she was she was so nice and so sweet, but the family that she had to take care of, like their kids, were just awful to her. Like they treated it like a business. Like we've scheduled you for these hours. You can't she pretty much never had a social life. It was awful. Like she was allowed to go to school and she could pick like one day a week to go out to spend time with people that she met from school, but that was pretty much it. Like that's crazy.
Yeah,
they were just awful people. I don't even know who those people were. I remember her telling me about it. I just felt awful for her.
Blow their house up. Burn to the ground, Josh.
Steal their kid.
Yeah, they'll learn.
All of these ideas are awful. You guys have not helped me at all.
Josh, that was my family we were talking about.
Yeah.
She was babysitting you the whole time. Yeah. Brian just
it was like a couple weeks ago.
She's the reason why I'm the way I am.
I want the alphabets with the marshmallows. They don't make them anymore. I want them.
Go find a store.
Find them. Why do my tricks all circles? They used to be fruit shaped. Fix it.
Call the company. Did you guys get anything at the con this year though?
I don't think you did you, James?
No, I didn't get anything.
No?
I got inspired.
Oh
God.
I got inspired.
Oh my God.
What'd you pick up though?
Yeah, I'm just having trouble just digesting what you just said. Again, just give me a second to just relax and be like, not feel disgusted about knowing you. But so I went to the limited run booth, which I know Josh knows all about this. They really re-release games on modern consoles for older games on
and
modern
digital
consoles.
games too, right?
Indie games that are digital only on modern console on actual consoles.
So I believe they only had it was a PS4, Vita, and Switch for the three consoles they do.
Those are pretty much the only things they released for. Like they've never done one for any Microsoft console. It's strange.
I wonder if Microsoft has no, we don't want it.
I don't know why they would though. Like Microsoft does support indie game development, so Super Meat Boy was released on the Xbox Live Arcade, 10 years ago.
I've always heard that horror stories though with updating their indie games. Though, they always had to go through 10 different hoops to like indie developers had to go through 10 different hoops to push games updates for their indie games. Where everyone else you're already on the list, just fix it. That's what I heard. I just through Reddit.
I think it was the old an old Phil Fish interview talking about that, where he said it was back. This is back in the original XBLA days when the indie game scene just started popping off on consoles, saying it's something like $10,000 per update, regardless of the game.
Are you shitting me?
I heard. Yeah, I think I heard something it was something crazy.
I can understand having to pay a shitload of money to put it on, because the whole reason why the way they make money off of consoles is through games. Every time a console, Nintendo, Microsoft, or Sony or whatever, maybe not Nintendo, but 9 times out of 10, when they sell a console, they're selling at a loss. It takes more money to make those than what we pay for them. So the way they get all that investment back is by the games, because more people buy games, the more they get essentially royalties for it, for games being on their console and stuff like that. And of course, they also they charge developers to put games on their consoles because they have to make sure, basically, to run through tests for quality control, which is understandable.
It's not an unheard of practice, too. I used to work in the grocery business, and those Coke, Pepsi, all these companies, they pay those grocery stores to put their shit on the shelf. It's real estate. They pay to be the first. When you walk down the soda aisle, if it's Coke or it's Pepsi first, it's because one of them paid for them to be first when you turn down the aisle. That's all real estate. Like
I had no idea actually.
all that's any like national brand thing. It's there because not because we'll sell it more if we put it here. It's there because that company paid to put it there to be top shelf the first 20 feet of a store. So it's not unheard of practice, just to give a correlation of.
No, I don't think it's like a necessarily like a dumb practice. But when after a game's already been released and they're making them they're charging them again to update something.
I don't like that.
I didn't know that if that's if that actually is still happening or did happen ever. That's fucking awful.
I can't imagine it now still being a thing. Because now indie games, there's definitely a quality control now. Like back then, indie games like they were just trash flash games. You end up accidentally paying $1 for. Now you get games like Stardew Valley, Shovel Knight. You get fucking games like
and like even like full on like I mean, how technically No Man's Sky was an indie game too.
Yeah.
Like that, like they're getting like big releases now. Like the what is it? The company, That Game Company. It's literally the name of their company. It's called That Game Company. They made Journey, Flow, and Flower all in the PS3. They were published by Sony, but they're an indie game studio. And
imagine being a publisher by Sony, they probably might have gotten a deal.
They did. Like Sony gave them money to do it, but Sony didn't develop it in house.
Yeah.
Like they're still technically an indie developer because they don't like Sony doesn't own them. They're not part of a AAA studio. They were just essentially funded by Sony. They got a deal with them, type of thing. And I like. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's the same thing with like Ori and the Blind Forest. That's an indie game, but Microsoft helped publish it. It's one of my favorites. I'm so excited for Will of the Wisps. Yep. I cannot wait.
It's gonna be a great game.
It's on my list of games I have to buy on the Steam sale now.
Ori and the Blind Forest.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's a great Metroidvania.
I know.
It just plays so tight. That's the thing.
The first 10 minutes of that game, dude, makes you weep like the first 10 minutes of Up. It's so good.
He won't say if he's crying, but we'll know.
I cried when fucking Thor fucking busted ass in the fucking not Endgame, but the Infinity War when he showed up to Wakanda and started cutting ass with the fucking lightning. I had a tear run down my face. I was so excited. I know I had that emotion before. It was just fucking like I was just so filled with like I can't cheer him in a movie
it's
theater.
Almost joy.
Yeah. Dude, he came and saved the day.
That's a weird. I've like every now and then the Marvel movies are actually the only movies that have done that for me in a really long while. Where it's not necessarily like I'm getting emotional because I'm sad, but like I'm getting emotional because I'm like, this is just making me really fucking happy.
Yeah, that's what gets me.
It's a weird. It doesn't happen often in movies.
Because when characters died in Endgame, I was like, all right, whatever. It didn't bother me because I knew it was coming. But like I said it before on this podcast, there's twice I almost like deep cried. Iron Giant. You ain't crying at Iron Giant. Soulless. That is
I don't like that movie.
Fuck you.
I'm like one of the few people in the world.
That's such a good movie theaters now.
That almost got me. Almost got me. I didn't say got me. Almost. And then the other one's when the third Batman in the Nolan verse, when Alfred thinks Bruce is dead, and he has like that old man tears. I was like, dude, come on. I was like, come on, man.
I like how that.
I just think of fucking
old man tears
because he raised him. He's not even his kid.
Yeah, I know, but
I mean?
it's different from any other tears. It's old man tears.
I will say that I almost teared up during The Force Awakens.
What a bitch! I made all that up just to lure you in. You're a bitch.
I said almost.
I'm gonna cry.
I said almost. I didn't do it. I said almost.
So sad. Star Wars. Fucking got him, everybody.
Almost.
Fucking got. No, you cried.
I said almost.
You're wearing jean shorts. I don't trust you.
That's why he's going to the other ones. He knows I said almost. He's like, I'm
cutting that part out. I'm cutting all the times you said the word almost out. Got an algorithm.
I cried. Just an awkward silence.
Bleep.
Just bleep out almost. I got a list of shit I gotta bleep.
Like, the first time you see Han Solo, it's like after all these years of like the shitty Star Wars movies. Sadly enough, they
didn't get me. I knew it was coming.
I know, but it was just like a moment of like it might have been the trailer that got me.
Rogue One almost got me when the robot died.
That was a good scene.
Yeah,
that was a good movie.
That was tight.
What would you pick up at this fucking booth, by the way?
Oh yeah, so
sorry, I got wild on that tangent. That shit got out of there.
I got the two Jack and Daxter games, the first and the second one for PS4, and then speaking of Naughty Dog games, I actually never played them. I've always wanted to. But
really?
They're first Jack and Daxter is really fun. It's a good platformer.
Second one's when you just travel, right?
Second and third one's interesting because they basically like, what if we make a teen-rated Grand Theft Auto?
Yeah,
that's pretty much, and add guns to it that don't quite work well. Like, I don't know how to describe it. Like the game still's fun, but you'll find yourself more frustrated because the game just isn't doing what you're telling it to do sometimes. I don't mean like you're hitting a button and it's not doing that, but like it's fucking insanely difficult to aim your weapons in those games in Jak 2 and 3. Jak 1's perfectly fine because it's a simple platformer, which that's why I like it.
I
so
liked.
much more.
I honestly never played the third one, but I did like the second one more than the first one. It was like, all right, it almost felt like its own genre. Like I've never played a game like
very
it.
interesting. It's got a great story too.
Fucking A, it does.
I actually got all of those games. I ordered them online. I actually have a collector's edition of Jak 1 from Limited Run Games,
Nice.
and it has like a metal precursor orb, and it also has like they partnered with Naughty Dog for the special editions on it. So like when you get the special editions of Jak and Daxter through Limited Run Games, which you can't online anymore, the sale's over, but
Hence Limited Run.
Hence the name, yeah.
Oh fuck!
It came, yeah, it's such a
Damn,
serious
got me.
face
I didn't
on.
understand.
But it came with a book that was their art Bible from the game, not like the original version of it, but they took a bunch of assets from their art Bible from the game, and they made copies of it and made it into an art book. And
I like when companies do that.
And not a lot of companies will give you art books, but they don't show you the art Bible, like the original design documents. And they actually made copies of the original design documents for anyone who bought it to see. I didn't get the second and third game collector's editions because it was too expensive. The first one was like $70, so I didn't want to spend like $210 on like just collector's editions for 3 games. But the first one was really. I got the first one because it's my favorite one, so it was really fucking cool. They go above and beyond for their collector's editions.
That's good to know. I'll have to keep that in mind.
Yeah, I mean, like the last game I got was Thumper for Switch.
What is that? I don't know what that is.
It's like a rhythm game, I believe. It's actually
I was totally confused because they cut off the T.
Oh, yeah,
so
that's
it
right.
looked like you just said Humper.
Humper.
I'm like, what kind of a game are you selling?
I almost bought it.
It's a game I always had like a lot of. I heard a lot of great things about, so I was like, yeah, I'm here. Why not? Kind of got caught up in the moment. I don't even know if I like it.
I know you ain't gonna beat it.
I
I know that's the fucking truth.
But I mean, like, yeah, it's just like it's cool that they do that. It's just
I do like that.
yeah, because like especially when we talked about earlier, just games that you really can't get really anymore easily, like unless you want to go buy the old console.
They did release Jak and Daxter HD remake for the PS3, all 1 through 3.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna play that.
Just letting you know,
Bam, now
it's
you
out
know.
there. They
Not
did the same with
PS4.
Ratchet and Clank. They did the first 3 games.
What do you like more, Jak and Daxter or Ratchet and Clank?
Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
That's
adore
another
Ratchet
series
and
that I
Clank.
never got into.
Those guns
but
are
wanted
fun.
to try it out.
They're just silly.
There's a gun in the second game called the Sheepinator.
Yep.
Where it just turns all your enemies into sheep, and the bigger and the more difficult the enemy, the longer it takes. But when you upgrade the Sheepinator, then it turns into the Black Sheepinator, and all the sheeps explode after a certain amount of time. So like you'll turn a bunch of enemies into these sheep, and now they're all black sheep, and then after like a second they just explode. So like things are going off, and you're killing other enemies that you haven't turned into sheep yet with these explosive sheep. It's fucking great.
Yeah, it's a
that's
good game.
That's a series that I've also always been interested in.
I played those before I played the Jak and Daxter games, so getting through Jak and Daxter 1 was a chore. After playing the first Ratchet and Clank, I was like, it's okay. And then I got to play. That's maybe why I liked the second Jak and Daxter more, because I played the Ratchet and Clank first. But they were always in the same vein. I was like, this is Sony to me. This is when I think of like Sly Cooper was like that vein to me. Like,
well, like that generation, the PS2 generation was like the last. Well, no, they had a little bit in PS3, but PS4 didn't really have this. So like there was 3 major, like the 3 big like series on the PS2. Besides, I mean, you could say God of War as well, but like I'm talking about platforming series.
Yeah.
You have Jak and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank, and Sly Cooper. When you get to PS3, you had Uncharted, you had Infamous from the same people who made Sly Cooper, and then Ratchet and Clank continue on. But Insomniac did make the Resistance game, so they each ended up creating another like IP for the new console
Just to keep it
generation.
going.
Yeah, and then when it got to the PS4, the people who made oh my gosh, I just said it. I can't think of the name.
Infamous?
Infamous, yeah. They made another Infamous game for the PS4, just like Sony or Naughty Dog made 2 Uncharted games for the PS4, and there was 1 Ratchet and Clank game for the PS4.
I didn't even know they made a new one.
Yeah, it was a remake, not an HD re-release, but a complete reimagining of the original game, but for PS4.
No shit.
It's pretty good.
Huh?
The graphics are gorgeous. On top of that, but then what they did do, what Insomniac did make, is their big game on the system was the new Spider-Man game. They did the new Spider-Man. It was
pretty good.
I played that really fucking drunk and I had a great time.
You did.
It's a really fun game, and
All
the
you did was swing
storyline
around.
will make you cry.
I unfortunately didn't get that far into the story.
You didn't beat it?
No,
It's so good.
I didn't beat it.
Shocker.
How'd you look at that?
I didn't beat it.
Would you look at
Wasn't
that?
my game.
What you look at that, boy? Look at that. Look at him. Look at him. Shame him.
What was that accent?
I started off with something,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that was.
rounded it off at the end with nothing.
Yeah. It's just confusion on this
So
end.
did you get anything else? So you got those 3 games from Limited Road Games?
Yeah,
the
that was
2 Jack
really
and
it.
Daxters and Thumper?
Yeah,
Not
that was
Humper.
really it. I didn't really get anything else. I mean, I unfortunately made the mistake of not bringing a backpack. So I was like, I had limited hand space.
You also weren't buying shit until you found someone who would give you a free bag to put whatever you wanted to buy
I had
in.
to go to another vendor to get a bag.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he asked him for a fucking bag. I was like, that guy's going to tell him no. He came back with a bag. I was like, oh shit.
He was pretty cool about it.
I ended up getting a lot. I spent way too much money.
There's
But
also that aspect too. I'm like,
But I go into it
that
knowing
much.
that I'm going to spend a lot. Like I plan out a certain amount and I try not to go over it. The last 2 years I have because I found good deals on something that I knew I wasn't going to be able to get.
I know last year your haul was my favorite haul. You
It
had a
was pretty
great
good
haul
haul.
last year with your boxed.
It was a
Final
Japanese
Fantasy.
Final Fantasy 6.
Did I? Oh yeah, because I got the Japanese versions
Yeah.
of Final Fantasy 6 and 4. I got those last year, and I also got Earthbound. That was the thing that
Yep.
I went above what I was going to spend because I'm like I'm not going to be able to find Earthbound for $180 for a while. Granted, I found some this year as well, but you know,
That's how it usually
it
works,
wouldn't have
right?
made it. At least it wasn't below that.
That's
I
always
was pissed. There
positive.
was someone selling an Earthbound last year for $150, and I missed the boat on it. Like I didn't
Yeah.
get a chance to do it, so I was like really mad at myself.
So what'd you get this year?
This year, I'm gonna actually have to look at the pictures that I posted because I don't remember everything off the top of my head.
Sounds like you got a lot of stuff.
I did get a lot of stuff.
I know you got the definitely got that shadow box scene
Mhm.
from the forest scene where everybody's gathering together from Chrono Trigger.
Yeah,
which
we
is,
talked about the Sega Genesis because you mentioned that.
A Sega Saturn. Actually.
Sega Saturn.
Got a Sega Saturn. I got 4 games for this. Well, 3 games and a demo for the Saturn.
Crazy Taxi.
Virtua Cop.
Simpsons game.
That's Dreamcast. Come on now.
Game
NBA.
Boy.
NBA Live.
Virtua Cop for the Game Boy.
Yeah, that's
That's a thing, right?
So you learned it.
Virtua Cop, Virtua Fighter 2, Daytona USA, and then a demo of the game Knights.
I do. Oh, it was only the demo for Nights.
It was only the demo.
That is a awesome game.
I couldn't get in. I tried the demo.
No?
I didn't understand anything that was happening.
Oh,
I'm
it's
going to
fine.
give it I'm going to give it more of a shot. I didn't really.
It reminds me
too
of
much.
Rayman a lot.
I just
Ah.
put it. I just turned on the Saturn just to make sure it worked, and it did. So that's
Nice.
all that I cared about. Got Sonic CD for the Sega CD. I got ActRaiser for the Super Nintendo.
What's that?
ActRaiser is like it's like a.
I saw you buy that. I didn't know what it was.
Well, I had the second one. I got the second one for free from a friend, which is actually like it's like a $50 cart that I got for free. So that's
That's
pretty
not bad.
awesome. That's a really good deal.
Did you get my handy?
Don't tell my wife. Had to think about it for
Did I?
Can't remember anymore.
Was it him or was it another guy?
Was it myself? What?
How did I
I
get
was
that
so
power
excited I gave myself a hand.
glove? Been there.
Talk about awkward, boners in public.
But no, so ActRaiser is like a platformer combined with a like top-down like strategy, turn-based strategy game. It's really strange.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I forget. It's a or maybe it's a platformer combined with a city builder. It's a strange like mashup of the two.
I'm gonna have to pirate this shit and try it.
Oh,
I'm forgetting
real
it
cute.
exactly, but that was pretty much something like that. I got a book on the complete Famicom disk system. For those who don't know, Famicom is the Japanese version of the Nintendo, and only released in Japan. They added a floppy disk add-on.
It's my favorite system that I don't own. It's just so cool. I like floppy disks.
It's a great. Well, that's what the original Legend of Zelda was on. That's also what the original Castlevania was on. There's a bunch of games that were originally on that before they reported over the US. But since we didn't get the disc system, that's also why they had to add like as the games got more advanced, like the NES couldn't keep up with all the advanced games. So the way they did it was that they added more modern like cartridges to make the games better. So like Super Mario 3, you couldn't do that on like if you took the Super Mario 3 ROM and flashed it to a original Super Mario Bros. Cartridge, it wouldn't work because it didn't have the same chipset. It's two completely different
Didn't know
chipsets. There's a lot more that I don't 100% understand with that, but like there's different chipsets. Like they were called like the MMC1, MMC2, MMC3. I forget what MMC stands for. Mario 3.
My mitochondria chloroplast.
all the biology terms. MMC3 was for Super Mario Brothers 3. MMC2, a lot of popular NES games are on, like Metroid and Kid Icarus and stuff like that. Or I think, Metroid and Kid Icarus, because it allowed you to scroll left and right and up and down.
Like 1942?
Well, 1942 is just up and down.
Oh.
Like, there's no left or right.
Are you right?
But
He's
they
right.
could. But the MMC2 couldn't do it at the same time. So like that's why in Metroid, when you can run left or right as much as you want, but it'll load to a different screen for you to go up or down. It doesn't do up and down and left and right at the same time. It doesn't individually. The MMC3 could do that, which is why Mario Brothers 3 you can go all over the place.
That's like when the screen shifts up when you get too high and go too right.
And like
when you're flying, when you do the little
so
tail.
like if you notice in Metroid, when you get up to the top of the screen doesn't move up with you. But if you're in like a horizontal moving section, the screen won't move up with you. When you're in a vertical section, it'll move up with you, but when you go left or right, it doesn't move left or right with you. It stops at some point. With the because I was on the MMC2 chip, so it was like slightly less powerful. The MMC3 chip allowed you to do it all at the same time. So when you're in Mario 3, you can actually go diagonal, and the camera will move up with you and right with you, or up with you and left with you, or something.
Interesting.
Like that.
Just to make it happen.
Yeah, they actually had to and that didn't stop there. On the Super Nintendo, there was also like the Super FX chip, which was the most famous one. That's how Star Fox that's how you're able to get any 3D graphics on like legitimate, like real 3D graphics on the Super Nintendo, because of the Super FX chip that was implanted into the cartridge, because natively the Super Nintendo couldn't do that. They had to add technology into the cartridges to do that.
Now, I also did see something that I actually just remembered while you're talking. We talked about it before. Actually, it was at your house. The book of like Nintendo games, like a hardbound book. I actually saw a person walking around with that. I think it was a Super Nintendo one.
So, wait, there is the dude who. So Pat the NES Punk is the guy who made that book, the Nintendo one. There should have been a Super Nintendo one, and I actually bought it, but I never got anything for it. So I
took it.
I need to look this up and make sure that I didn't get screwed out of it, because I paid money for that fucking shit.
It looked thick.
It's big.
Thick.
But yeah, I saw a guy walk around. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot to mention that to you. But I saw that. I was like, I actually should have bought that if it was there, because actually I've always thought that was really interesting.
That's definitely your wheelhouse of shit, like that.
Yeah, I just like the history stuff. Like, I was like,
I mean, well, the
the
NES book is like extensive. It's got everything in it.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
Like I said, thick.
I need to keep looking on this now, because like I'm kind of annoyed that like I can't seem to find it, but I don't know. We'll see what I can find. I don't know. Let me try searching that. Anyway, so I got that, and then I also got a Sega Pico complete in box.
I saw that. I don't know what that is.
So the Pico, what it is it was released by Sega in the early 90s. It's a console that's designed towards children. Like, it's meant to be like an educational type of, like an edutainment type of video game type of thing. So what you do is you plug it into the TV, you hook it up just like a normal console, plug it in, also hook up the AV cables to the TV. But the cartridges are actual books. Like, you plug the books, like book type of cartridges, into the console, and then as you flip the page, whatever is on the page shows up on the screen. And it's got a little touch pen that it's touch in the sense where like the sensors aren't in the board. It's actually in the pen itself. So when you click it, there's a button on the tip of the pen. Excuse me. And that's how it knows that you're pressing stuff in. It's like 90s witchcraft to me. I don't understand how it works.
He's a witch. They get hit with fucking stones.
It's a witch. It's crazy how it works, but it's really cool.
That just reminded me. Do you remember, like, was it last E3 where they had the Harry Potter like VR book thing that failed miserably on stage?
No, I don't know what that is.
Oh, Josh, did you hear about that?
No.
Yeah, there was like they tried to do like a VR book where like you could like basically do spells. It might have been the year before. You could like do spells like like with like the wands and stuff like that, and the entire presentation was just a complete disaster. Like, it didn't even work. I don't even know if that fucking thing. They even released it. Like,
I'd probably put that under the rug. That's probably deleted off YouTube. We'll never find it.
Oh, dude, I might actually have to Google that when I get home. Just be like, just watch that again, just to see the failure.
I want to see your misery. You Hufflepuff.
That's for the dumb ones, right?
I don't know. I don't know how any of that shit works. I know Hagrid had a parasol and he whooped ass in the wrestling
I'm
ring.
pretty sure James knows all of this stuff.
I do.
He just hides it.
I know.
He's like,
You're afraid to admit
he
that
called
you like
Hagrid
it.
before. I thought it was, Big King Bobby B. So
I fucking creamed my jeans. I was like, Hagrid!
I know. He was.
Hagrid!
I love him. He's so great in the
He's
series.
great in all the books and movies that I've never seen.
Yeah. So like James, he was like all the people around him. James was like just screaming like a little girl about Hagrid. So I was like,
He's cute.
again, I didn't even know it was Hagrid because I was like, I guess it's guy from Game of Thrones. This guy from Game of Thrones here. That's awesome.
Robert Baratheon, let's
Yeah,
go.
he looked like him. So I was like, sure, why not? Yeah,
I'm still looking for my stupid order for that Super Nintendo book. I'm gonna fucking find it.
Damn it.
But yeah, like it was a good event.
I loved it. I can't wait to go back next year.
Yep, can't
It's
wait
a
to go
great
back.
year ever. Like I said, even though I didn't enjoy it as much this year, it was still like super fun. Like I never regret going to the convention at all.
Next year, you gotta check out that Cosplay Wrestling.
I really do.
Yeah, so if you see that on there, you'll be like, damn,
Yeah.
got priority one right there.
Priority one. Because that shit was fucking
It
fire.
was tight. It was straight up good.
Thick.
Thick.
But,
So keep saying thick over and over again.
thick.
It's like the theme of this episode.
I might call it thick.
Yeah, why not?
Just put, not even like, don't we have the numbers in front? Just thick.
Too
There you
many
go.
fix.
Too many thicks.
Yeah.
I don't like you, Josh.
I don't blame you.
I don't like you no more.
Yeah,
That's gross.
That's a tough one.
But yeah, that's about it. I mean, let's
Yeah.
about wrap this shit up.
Let's do it.
I guess this is actually our first official crossover since we both are part of the same network now.
Yeah, we're part of Podbeard Network and shit.
Yeah.
We're fucking on it. Now we just gotta get TJ to come down from Canada. He's gotta walk.
Yeah, you
It's
can't.
like the Trail of Tears.
No shoes.
What?
Well, I mean, like the distance, not like what happens. Like just
Yeah.
the distance. It's probably about the same.
Yeah, no shoes either.
No shoes either.
Yeah,
No.
barefoot.
Mm-hmm. We got to take his property.
It's awful. It's awful.
But yeah. So what do you want to plug, Josh? Like we're in this. Like I just plug you. Well,
Oh,
phrasing.
oh wow, damn,
I meant like
cheating.
Talk about the Apex and the Abyss. I like them.
Oh yeah, well, my friend Erica over at the Apex and the Abyss, it's a true crime podcast that does fucking great stuff. Like she actually just released her first episode in a while, just a day or two ago. Actually,
Yeah, I haven't
Friday.
listened to it yet.
It's really good. I mean, as always, it's really good. Also, Firespin Gaming over on YouTube. My friend Josh that I've been talking about for a lot of this episode, he does a lot of game hunting video. Well, that's what he does. He does video game hunting videos, and he finds a lot of great shit. He likes to make fun of me because I always forget how much he got Earthbound for. It was $250, not $8.
I'm still saying we
$250.
can rob him.
I know, right? But no, you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Still Loading Pod on all of them. If you want to support my podcast, Still Loading, one, check it out, give it a review, but also you can support me on Patreon. Even just $1 a month helps me a little bit.
Just skip that first part and just give him money. Don't even listen to it. Just give him $1.
And I have different tiers available right now. Like if you like, for anyone who donates, they can get a shout out for an individual episode.
You get nudes.
$500.
Full frontal.
Just my toes, though.
Here, wait.
That might actually get you money more than you think.
What pictures of your toes?
I feel like we could do a segment like, Josh, okay, like, what's the minimum amount per month? You get a butthole pick.
Try to get that beehole pick. Like spread cheek, or you just got to get a glimpse?
I'm talking spread.
Oof.
Yeah. Like, you need another camera guy.
Wow.
Dear Lord. So yeah, none of that I'm doing.
Wow.
Maybe the toes.
Like he'll step in various objects as it comes between his toes.
There's a Lego. There's
Jelly, mayonnaise.
Ew. Oh.
Here's a crepe.
What if it's,
It's just food.
Deviled egg.
Oh. Ew.
Why do you guys bring up this shit? It's so weird.
I can instantly just weirdly smell that. just go
feeding deviled egg.
Yeah, just
Oh, what is wrong?
I give $1 for that.
I wouldn't. I feel like you should pay me.
For me to step in?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
It's a hustle.
But no, so yeah, you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Still Loading Pod. If you consider giving me a rating on iTunes. 5 stars definitely helps out the show, gets more notice. Also a review preferably, because that's also nice to hear. Hopefully it's a good one. You can also, like I said, support me on Patreon. I probably should remember the link for Patreon, but I don't. I'll include a link.
Patreon.com.
Patreon.com/stillloadingpod. I'm pretty sure is what it is.
Just start still loading. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's all I got.
Yeah. Well, your plugs are way better than ours.
Yeah, I don't plug shit. I'm just like, hey, you, listen to this shit. We're on this network. Check out all the boys. It's a boys club.
No, there's the one girl on Mikes and Beers.
You're right.
You just can't even get that right.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
They don't put out content like all the time, so it's like every now and again I get an update saying they have a new episode.
Excuse.
It is. I might delete that. Might bleep that out.
Bleep it out.
Yeah, be sure to check us out on Instagram. I'm pretty lazy with Twitter. Instagram's got a lot of pictures of me on it.
I mean, I just set Instagram to automatically post whatever I have to Twitter, so it saves me time.
You're a fucking wizard.
Why are we not doing this?
Now, granted, it doesn't show the picture, but it has a link to the picture.
That works too.
Yeah, I might have to do that more often.
It makes it a lot
You don't
easier.
even have to do it more
and
often.
it can
Just
also
set it up
link to the
automatically.
Facebook page. It does it all at once.
I can do it too.
I do it all through Instagram.
It's a lot of
do
work.
it
Saves
all
of time.
separately.
As long as they're just pictures of me everywhere, what the people want, get the people going.
Yeah,
Brian's
they can't.
face cut out with your face again.
Dude,
Yeah.
I don't want that body.
Well, apparently you do, because your face is on my body.
Mm.
Let's keep going back and forth.
Fucking people listen to this shit. Yeah, but that's the fun. We thanks for checking us out. Thanks Josh for coming on and kicking it with us and
Thank you
getting
for
weird.
having. I mean, I guess
always a pleasure,
interesting.
Josh.
It'll be a crossover episode because I'm planning on releasing this on my feed as well. But
Nope.
Why would you do that to your
God
listeners?
You're getting the other file.
oh no, the file with all the poop sounds.
You're getting the one where we talk about parking etiquette.
Oh,
Be,
yeah.
be on the lookout for another episode that's low key different than this. It's the
It's just us raging about driving. Like we're 16.
director's cut.
Director's cut of the.
Oh man.
This has been 4 hours of podcasting. You guys are getting an hour and 45-minute episode.
Oh, my butt's sore.
The rest of it's just raging.
There's a secret episode. We're gonna hide it somewhere in the woods.
You have to go find it. And dig it up.
Geocaching.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
Just take the SD card and pop it in.
No, I bring my computer a long extension cord. Just gonna plug it in.
I'm just gonna bury my
They
computer
just have
out
to
there.
listen to it out there.
Yeah. What the hell's that?
What is this talking about parking at like midnight?
I'm not parking in the back.
Park in the front. What are you doing?
Yeah, but thanks for listening. It's been No Geeks Allowed podcast. I'm James.
I'm Josh.
No, you're not. Just fucking
Oh.
do it right so we can end this shit.
I'm Josh.
No, you're not.
Ow.
Fuck you. Just say the
Where
line.
did you get that?
It was actually on his knee.
Oh.
Yeah.
I heard him take it off. It was strange.
Oh my god.
Fucking shoot you again. Say it right. Do
Shot
it.
a rubber band.
My
in
name's James.
I'll fucking kill. We're done. This has been No Geeks podcast. I'm James.
I'm Brian.
him. I'm Josh.
No, you're not. Well, yeah, you are. Sorry. I'm just so used to him saying some dumb shit at the end.
Real mature.
All right, fuck off. I'm done.